Hello, good evening, everybody. Happy Friday to you all. And for those of you that don't know, if you haven't been following, again, shame on you, you should be. This is the party of the year. We present to you, I'm going to put this up again. I had it up, but for dramatic effect, and I need a bigger screen for this. This is our drum roll for that. We welcome you to the Three Amigos 4th of July Independence Day Bash. We celebrate America's 250th birthday. Can't believe it's here. It's a lot of fun. We got some viewers already. Hello, welcome. We're going to highlight some comments. If you want to say hello, please do so. We'll throw you out here, throw you on the screen here.
We're going to throw people out already?
I meant on the screen, not out. So do you want to time out again?
Don't take abuse of that, man.
I'm going to get that HR file. Where is that folder? I'll pull it out later.
It's already 7 inches deep. You know.
And I'm not touching that. So...
That's what
said. For everybody at home, we are here to celebrate. This is a momentous time. I can pretty much guarantee, I shouldn't say pretty much, I can guarantee we all won't be here for the next 250 years unless we cryogenically freeze ourselves, but I don't think that's been proven to work.
Hey, I talked about that last episode.
Yeah, you experiment that. Let me know how that goes. We'll see you in some kind in the future. So we're going to celebrate. We're going to party tonight. Some of us are enjoying festivities and food. I would be, but I already ate today at a birthday party, so I'm not really hungry. And also, I save room because we are going to be doing, some of us, or whoever wants to participate if you have it, another challenge. You guys know we love challenges, and one of our guests here tonight, Carmela Hazlett, who's joining us here, wanted to actively participate in this. We are doing a hot sauce challenge for your entertainment. This could be fun because we don't know how anybody else could respond. We are still waiting for somebody to throw up live on air, question mark. Wow. It'd be great for ratings. So if any of you feel led to do so, please feel free. So we will be laughing with you, not at you. Well, not initially.
Kingdom Networking News. History.
Yeah. We want to make, this is how the legends make it. We want to make our own statement here. So if one of us throws up, or maybe several of us throws, I don't know, depends on how the night goes. That would be wonderful. So
it's gonna be like Stand By Me, where they eat the blueberries.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So we got that going. We got some fun festivities, some games we're going to be doing. Yeah, but this is awesome. And again, huge shout out to all of our guests here tonight. Some faces you're familiar with. Some of these great folks have been on the show before. Some new folks here to meet. We have Glenn joining us tonight. Again, welcome to the show, Glenn. Glad you could hang out with us.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no, it's great. We love to have participants here. This is always fun. And again, also a record there. Where's my let's see. I need my sound effects. Well, let's do the gong first. That's huge. This is a show first. This is our largest group participation that we've ever done. This is the most people we've had on the show at one clip, which we're really excited about. We have a full house, literally, and not figuratively. Well, I guess both. So this is awesome. This is great. So I want to kind of start the dialogue. Everybody can share. So, I mean, everybody we celebrate for different reasons. How's everybody feeling about this Independence Day? This is a big one. This is one that we won't be here for the next 250, probably even the next 50, maybe.
It means fuck all to me.
Well, okay. And mute. Except for Bill, everybody else who is Americans or are Americans here, how do we feel about America's 250th birthday? Thoughts?
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you. Well said.
Well, I kind of have a different viewpoint on that, honestly.
Okay. Sure.
I am Native American.
Okay.
And, I have a long lineage of ancestors and whatnot. Not that I don't celebrate. It's just that, and I'm not trying to get, bring anything down and whatnot. But, I mean, as far as, Native Americans being the first ones here, per se, and then, the whole Columbus thing. But as America as a whole, it is a country, and I'm not going to, dwell on the past and, boo-hoo everything.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I mean, it's for, people come, people go, people take over stuff. But I celebrate more 4th of July than I would, say, Thanksgiving, per se.
Sure.
But as far as the 4th of July goes and the Americas, I got no problem with it, really, to be honest with you. I just don't, I just look at it a little different. Is all I'm saying.
No, we can respect that. Listen, I'm very proud. We all have some Native American roots. I'm very proud of my ancestry. I know some of it. I try to embrace some of the I should say some of the lifestyles there. I think we have to learn from our ancestors for a reason. There's got to be a point to it.
I got Native American in me.
There you go. I was just going to ask that question for Glenn. What specific kind of Native American, what lineage or tribe you descend from?
Cherokee and Choctaw.
That's an interesting combination. Yeah.
Yeah.
What percentage native blood are you?
Well, here's the thing, and I'll tell you in just 2 seconds. But let me
Sure,
explain.
take your time. Nope, that's fine.
When they gave natives like land and whatnot, and the natives were on what they call the roll.
Yep.
My grandfather's father, 100% native. So they said, if you're on the roll and you want X, Y, and Z, you got to claim half. So all of a sudden, 100% claimed half.
Okay.
And then down the line. So if you technically do the math, you could put a percentage to it. But my mother was full-blooded native.
Okay.
Her parents were full-blooded native, and my father was Native American and German.
Okay.
And a little bit of Italian. So when my father came over here, the same thing with the Italians. They said, well, we got to Americanize your name because your name just sounds weird. So my father's lineage was Spumano.
Okay.
And when they came here, they're like, no, we're going to take that off. You're Spillman. So that's what they did. So that's where the Spillman comes from.
Interesting.
But as far as, like, if I would say what percentage am I, if my mom's full-blooded and her parents are full-blooded, my dad, we'll just say, is 50%. So I'll claim, 65, 70%, if you want to do the math on it.
There you go. That's still quite a bit. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of us are not that. But as I said, I might even be as low as 10%, but I still appreciate it because obviously I still have, the only one I know for sure, there could be others, and I'm not sure if you may or may not be familiar with it, but there is a small tribe in the area where I'm located. They call it the Lenni Lenape tribe.
Okay.
It's a very small tribe located in like the Pennsylvania, like up the wilderness out that way.
Sure.
So, and I believe if my family heritage is correct from some ancestry looking, one of my great, you can add that on, grandmothers, I believe what they said was a Native American was a medicine woman for a local tribe, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned a little bit. I've been trying to explore further to understand fully the roots because I'm still part of that lineage, and I very much appreciate, not just my ancestors from Europe and other places, but that were homegrown, right here. So, and to connect with, as I said, we're all connected in some way. So,
sure.
I think it's very important. So I guess we could say, in a way, as much as we celebrate, and 4th of July stands for a very important significance. Obviously, America is winning our independence from Britain and all that stuff.
Right.
Paid attention in history class. Some of us might have, some of us might not have, but there's your history quick brief. What is 4th of July? That's why. So if you made it through history class, they're great. But I think it's really to celebrate Americans. And again, our ancestors that were natives that were here are still Americans. So I think it should be a celebration for everybody because,
I agree.
Everybody was here. We're all part of that tapestry of great people that made this country, what it is, despite the hardships. And obviously we know there was difficulties with obviously the white men and natives at the, different points in history. There was not exactly the most greatest friendships and closeness as there, is maybe or may not today. I don't know, amongst other things. But, again, ultimately this is a great day to celebrate that. And we also are glad to have Carter join us there. We're glad you could be with us tonight.
I am glad to be here.
Yeah, I know. And again, I don't want to say much. I know you've been going through a lot. And again, we're, as you said, we're always here to chat. We're always here to support you. But we're glad you could come out and hang out with us. Hopefully this will be a nice little distraction for you and just have a good time. So that's what's most important.
I'm glad to
have
be
one
here.
with me, Carter.
Bill already started the party, so he's already got. And yeah, okay.
So,
it would not be a party without it. Go ahead. This is a party show. That's fair.
Tonight.
That is the rule. Oh, look at that. All right, he's going a different route. Okay, well, we got diversity. Diversity is good. We like different, ways and stuff to do that. So,
You know what? I think we should do the hot sauce challenge right off.
I was just gonna say, thank you for stealing my line, but yes. All right. So first of all, I know Carmelo's doing it. I have it. Who else? Anybody else that wants to do it, that is able to do it? And we're just gonna chug a little bit of hot sauce. Is there anybody else interested?
I just ate tacos with hot sauce on them, so
We'll technically count that. We're not going to make. I mean, again, I'd like to have you throw up, and since you're new, I don't want to like indoctrinate you right off the cuff. So we'll give you,
right.
unless you want to. That's up to you.
I'm not a fan of throwing up, but that's
Perfect. All right, now we
things.
won't. We'll save that specialty for another time. We'll get to know you a little bit more, and then we'll.
Slice of meatloaf tonight, so my tummy is full.
This ought to be good. I'm hoping Bill throws up. I mean, that's going to be a lot to put down. So, and that cranberry hot sauce stuff, I just don't understand it. But okay.
I don't know.
All right. So we have you're doing it, me, Carmela, and then okay.
It says Northern New Jersey.
Does it really?
No.
Huh.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, let me grab. I gotta turn around here. Wait a minute. Oops.
Did you
I
pick
have
something
it
off the
here.
shelf?
I have it. Yep. I got it sitting back here. It was in the cooler. I'm the fridge cooler. Let me pop the cap. All right. So how this is gonna work? For anybody that doesn't know this, now I'm gonna say we didn't specify. I'm going with traditional hot sauce. We're just gonna drink a little bit. We don't have to go crazy, only because not so much now, but we know we're gonna pay for it later. So my recommendation is we don't, overdo it unless you really want to. That's viewer discretion is advised. That's up to you all participants. Like I know Carmela's got a bunch.
A burning ring of fire. That's what you'll end up with.
Well, I mean, I'm curious now, Carmela. If we dared you, you said how many hot sauces do you have at your disposal there?
5 right now.
Are you interested? Can you do like a shot of each? How crazy do you want to get with it?
I can do a shot of each.
All right, if you're comfortable with that. I only have one. I think Bill has one, but we will participate. I was here just to show everybody.
I have some sriracha in the fridge, but I didn't think that was sriracha's thick.
That's hot sauce. Is my hot sauce leaking? No. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just swig a little bit. Now the drawback is, and there's a little tidbit just on my part. I loved hot sauce when I was a lot younger. I'm a lot older now, so I have to be mindful of that. I am youthful in my mind, but my body is aging to the point where I have to be careful. So
I read something where they say, after your 40s, you don't heal the same.
Well, fortunately, I'm not that far, but I'm getting close. So I still have to be mindful, but I am going to participate. All right. So
I zoomed past that 10 years ago.
Well, I'm not worried about you. You're in Canada. That's your own problem. You got better health care. You're fine. So
yeah, it's true. Better health care.
See, okay. So whenever you're ready, you can pop your cap. We'll give. I don't know if we want to give. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll give Carmela a head start. Let us know when you get to the last one, and then we'll partake on a sip on the 5th one when you get to your last charge to kind of give you.
I still think you got to make your husband have at least a good swig.
No, we're not going to torture the guy. Come on now.
It's hot sauce.
I'm starting with like a basic Valentino.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
have that in the house, and my 10-year-old loves it. She loves that hot sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, she's going right in for it. Wow.
Damn.
Good grief.
Okay.
I guess we don't have to guess who the champion's going to be tonight, but
we're not guessing. We know.
Okay, that's one. Count it with us. That's one.
A little water.
I could taste the cranberry skin in the sauce.
All right, now wait. Thank you for sharing that. You're supposed to go on the 5th one, Bill. Didn't clearly listen to the goal, but okay.
I know.
Basic Cholula here. Original.
Okay. Good number 2. All right. Is she gonna? Wow. She's gonna. Oh.
Oh damn.
Cheers to you, madam, for that. Wow. Okay.
Wow. Whoa, look at that. Look at
I mean, all right. That's 2. I thought she was too eager to do this for a reason. Okay.
I think she's been
Water,
practicing.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
cheating.
I don't know. All right. Water break. That's
my
fine.
husband. I put hot sauce on everything.
Yeah, he's commenting. See, Bill, I told you he doesn't want. We're not going to force him to do it. So
it's not peer pressure or anything. I just
sure.
want him to be part of the fun. That's all.
All right, now wait. What's the next one?
What's the next one?
Heartbreaking Dawn's the Green Verde hot sauce.
That sounds
Okay.
pretty good, actually.
It does, yeah.
Green chili.
All right, here she goes.
What I'm going to do with the swig on this one, but I'm going to try.
Go ahead. Oh, boy. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
That
All
put
right,
some
so
hair
that
on
one
your
jarred
chest.
you a little bit. Okay.
I was better than I thought it would be.
All right. So that's what, 3 now? Are we at 3? I lost count. 3 or 4. Okay, 3.
Green.
That
All
would
right.
be cool.
All right, after the 4th one, after your break, when you go 5, I'm going to chug it with you on the 5th one with mine.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. What's number 4? Hang on, give her a sec. Catch your breath.
Stephen Ed's mango habanero wing sauce.
Oh, that sounds
damn.
good too.
that'd be
That's
tasty.
I've had
That would
similar.
really
That's
be good.
fantastic. All right.
My husband's like, don't do it.
I
Well,
agree with him.
you'll be taking her to the hospital if anything happens. So that's unfortunately your best wishes, so or your obligation, as it were.
You want me to go again with mine?
You on the 5th one? Yeah, give her a second. Hang on, not yet.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Give her. Yeah, it's maybe you know what? You might be the champion. Maybe you'll be the bar for tonight. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking
You might have to get some Listerine or something just to.
that'll do
after you're
nothing.
done. Well, it might clear your throat.
No, it won't. Listerine is pure alcohol. It's gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the
Liquor,
deal.
pure
When you guys do-
alcohol.
when you guys-
Yay.
So when you guys do your hot sauce, I'll do a hit of the day.
All right, so this is number 5, right? Hold on.
Oh, so we get to inhale hot sauce and you get to get high. How fair is that?
All right, now wait. What's number
Sure,
5?
because I don't do hot
Wait.
sauce.
5
Wait.
is Pepper Palace's curry on hot sauce.
I saw one. I thought about it, but maybe next time for that one. All right, I have my hot sauce. Bill has his. You got your hits ready? All right, cheers. Look out,
Cheers.
stomach. Here it comes. Oh, God.
This is crazy.
It's like I'm having Thanksgiving meal.
This is
Now, wait.
You're gonna throw up, Justin.
Not going to throw up. It went up my nasal passage. That's why I inhaled it and I snuffed it at the same time.
I never would have done it again.
Didn't you do that with the cinnamon too? Didn't you inhale the cinnamon?
Yeah, I had that same problem. It goes right in my. Oh, God, that hurts. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. I didn't get any water either. I didn't think about that.
No water. Water's for pussies.
Exactly. I can do this. I might cry, but it's tears of joy. So
I just have an awful aftertaste in my mouth.
you're gonna have a fun night. You'll have to let us know tomorrow how you're feeling, just out of sheer curiosity.
You guys
I mean, no, I mean, I don't know if I'm that curious, but
Yeah, we want pictorial. We want pictorial evidence.
you know what? Just for the spirit of the celebration, I'm willing to suffer for everybody watching. So
Yay! Oh, he's suffering. I can
Yeah.
see 5 hot
Down the
sauces.
throat. Cut the throat.
yep, that does not go down as smooth as you would think.
No, it doesn't.
And I'm almost certain, not to be TMI with you guys, but if I have diarrhea tomorrow, you probably won't be surprised.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome.
I'll take your word on that.
If you want photos, I'll send them, but I don't think you do. So,
No, I'm good.
oh my lord. Okay, it's a good thing I don't have a
Right,
strong.
now, I was going to say, let me open up. Does anybody have anything they're doing special this weekend?
It's a good question. While I die, go ahead.
Killing a duck.
Killing it.
Did you say you're killing a duck?
Yes.
Camping or camping, hunting?
No, I'm just gonna walk up to a duck and kill it.
Don't make sure you take it to dinner and a movie first.
Yeah. Do you have
That's
like a
wasting
machete
time.
in your
Gotta
pocket?
get straight
You
to
just-
it.
Not that strange. People go all over the place with weird things. I mean, this is America. This is you see anything here. Wow, that's
Especially at Walmart. Have you seen any of the wild Walmart people?
well, the fire department was there today.
Oh.
I don't know why, but
Getting their dinner for the night.
no, they had the trucks on and full lights and everything, so something was on fire. Oh,
They were in a rush to get their dinner.
that's a good one. You know, actually, I don't need water.
They say water doesn't do anything. All it does is swoosh it around.
You need milk. Milk.
Milk, ice cream, sour cream, yogurt.
I don't like sour cream as much, so. Wow, that's tingly.
Yeah.
Oh my. Woo!
Okay,
Oh, my
okay,
lips are
Carmela,
blue.
round 2. 5 more.
Yeah, no. Wow.
No, I'll not.
That's good. No, thank you. A round of applause. Where's our meter here? Wait a second. I think we have a winner, unquestioned, disputed winner.
You get a trophy?
I defer. There's no way.
She gets a medal for her chest.
She can have a medal for whatever she wants. That's pure heroism right there.
You are the GOAT.
Yes.
I really like your hat.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what? Carter wasn't here for that. Do you want to explain your look for the evening, or maybe for those that don't know?
Well, I have a show called Roxy Tyler's Carnival of Colors, and she wears a top hat. So.
Oh,
So it's part of her persona that when she does her show.
She's a horror
pretty
presenter,
cool.
and this is her get-up.
Oh, okay. Now my problem is my nose is running. I gotta catch it. Wait a
You
minute.
going for ice? Are you running for ice cream?
No, I'm okay. It's just my nose now is not cooperating. I'm running like a faucet here.
Every time you sneeze, you get heartburn.
I'm gonna smell that tomorrow. Hang on. Oh, wow.
Wait, information.
Oh, I'm not hungry anymore.
How was the steak, Jace?
It needs a little hot sauce.
don't disrespect steaks like that.
Do you know how he cooked it, Carter? He put
Yeah,
it
talk
in
about
the air
disrespect
fryer.
in the air fryer.
Air fryer. Have you ever done a steak in an air fryer?
I have.
Really?
Really? How'd that
It's
go?
not my favorite, but
It wasn't my favorite way.
reverse sear or sous vide. Or grill. Ooh, no. Yeah, grill steak.
I've never sous vide it. It always looks so complicated.
You have to be very patient.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? I totally forgot. I have something special for tonight for drink wise. I have it in the fridge. I can pull that out. Hold that thought.
What are you working
So-
on, Danielle?
What?
What are you working on?
I am working on like as in like work or
What, like, are you looking at scripts? Are you doing auditions soon? Are you talking to Steven Spielberg? What are you up to?
I want his number.
no, I'm not talking to Steven Spielberg.
I want his number.
Well, I think we all do.
Yeah.
Fuck his number. What's his cash out?
Oh, you know what's funny? Wait, I gotta share this story. Wait, I gotta share. So we had one of the interviews we did. If you guys didn't catch it, we had a gentleman on by the name of Dave Shelton who was on the show the other night. Been working in the industry. He does a whole bunch of things. If I remember the story correct, what was it? He went to what does he call it? The script presentation. They had a script for a movie coming out that they roll out the red carpet. Spielberg himself was delivering it, closed case. It was going to be announced, I guess, movie drop, whatever. Everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And he said, all these people came, they were all dressed up, suit and tie, the works. Mr. Spielberg shows up in his khaki shorts and like Hawaiian shirt with this very important script to this movie. Delivering it hasn't been seen, obviously hasn't started the project work. And so Dave was sharing about how he was in line and he got to meet Steven Spielberg, shook hands, and he said, what did he say? Mr. Spielberg, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for being here, but couldn't you at least put a tie on? Because we're all wearing, shirt and coat and tails, and you come up with, a Hawaiian look. Which he said he found it hilarious. He never asked him to work with him, which I think I said that was your ha-ha moment because you insulted him, so he doesn't going to ask you to work with him. But he still found it hilarious. So catch-22. But who we have private chat here? Glenn said he can't hear me. Oh, that's what I thought. And can you? Is it just me? Ask anybody else. Can you hear anybody else? Is it just me?
La 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 la. Testing 1 2.
Who's singing? I can sing.
I can hear you.
I don't mean me, but I meant for Glenn because he can't hear me. He can't hear me. Can you hear anybody else? Let me message.
La la la.
Who's in the chat? Big Hosh, you have access to the chat. Go in the chat. Go in the chat and just tell him to pop out and pop back in. We have this problem. It's a technical glitch.
Hold on.
Hurry up. Take your time, but hurry up.
It's like really gross. Like it wasn't the hotness to the hot sauce that was bothering me. It's like all of them together in my stomach right now.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Is your tongue and throat all coated? Got like a quarter inch of oil on
Or
it?
actually, Danielle can do it too. If you want to just text Glenn, just tell him pop back out and pop back in. It might be a technical glitch. It does happen. Now who's messaging me? Oh,
I got
Never
a
mind.
message, Tim.
yeah. This is kind of a Hang on.
You're in an
I should have
echo.
opened this before. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So I don't have any alcohol tonight, but I do enjoy some
you're
good
pulling out-
sparkling juice. So
What happened to that special drink in the fridge?
this is it. It's sparkling grape juice.
Oh, it's not alcohol?
Go get mine.
There you go. All right. Let me try something, actually. All right, he got them. All right, let's see if he pops back. Yeah, it does. This is the unfortunate trend with this site. It works great, but... Okay. Yeah, I know I'm going to pay for that hot sauce tomorrow, but it was actually pretty good. But this is a special 250th edition. It's sparkling grape juice.
I can feel the heartburn coming.
Oh yeah.
Eat a piece of
Here's the fun part. This is not to be
You're going to
graphic.
be
and it's
enjoyed
not,
tonight, Carmela.
well, what will happen is when I go to... Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Die.
When I go to bed tonight, I might wake up with acid reflux. I tend to vomit a bit in my sleep, as it were, if I have too spicy. So
Really?
that is a
Never heard
possibility. Acid reflux, rather. Thank you. I just kind of regurgitate the acid. So there's a beautiful picture for y'all.
I was going to say, what a pleasant thought.
Yep. I'll call you when it happens. Don't worry. Oh, I got to get Glenn in. Or Big Hoss, let Glenn in.
I already did.
Thank you.
Can
Can you hear us,
Can you
Glenn?
hear us now?
Yeah. Yeah. I can
Sorry,
hear
it's
you.
a technical glitch. It does happen periodically. All right.
StreamYard is a pain in the butt in the best of times.
It's a pain, yeah. It works great, but when it doesn't work, technology in general, I think, is a common trend. But all right, okay. So now that we're all comfortable, and we've had our hot sauce, and I kind of wish I would have had steak. If I knew you guys were gonna have steak, I would have got a steak tonight for that. But I didn't know that was a thing. So it's not your typical 4th of July meal, but
Is it a
Excuse me.
typical 4th of July meal?
not steak.
Like, I don't know, chicken or pizza or, I don't know,
Hot burgers and dogs
hot dogs?
and hamburgers. Yeah, hearty food. Actually, I probably should go put the hot sauce in the fridge.
I don't know.
But-
Steak's always been at my family functions, no matter what family function it is.
I didn't say you can't have it with stuff. I'm just saying, it's not a traditional 4th of July, quote unquote, celebratory meal. My goodness, that would. All right. Let's see. What else?
I got an Angus. I got an Angus New York strip steak.
Oh, there you go. That sounds wonderful.
Do we have a party game?
We can. I don't know. Do you? You're usually the head of party game. Do you have one?
How about this? We go around and say, if you could go to dinner with one man and one woman right now, who would they be?
Any man or woman?
Any man or woman have dinner. Both
living or dead?
No, living.
Oh, all right. That makes it less fun, but okay. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Any person.
I
say Bob Marley.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
I got it. Hey, how are you? Hey. You want more sauce, do you?
No, he made the right call. For that was not a.
He probably did. No doubt he did. You're gonna make her sleep on the couch tonight. I will go with mine.
The sauce.
There you go. That'll lubricate well. I will go with Brett Favre. I think would be absolutely awesome to have dinner with. He'd be an absolute hoot. And female, I'll go with.
You can't say your wife.
No, I wouldn't choose her.
Ouch! Wow. I hope she's watching this because Carmela won't be the only one on the couch tonight.
Well, the beauty is I have dinner with her every night, so it would,
Yeah. Okay. Nice backpedal. That's a good save.
It's a backpedal. For a woman, I will say. Oh, I know. Mia Goth. I would love to have dinner with Mia Goth.
All right.
Angelina Jolie for me.
And for male?
I would have to say Cat Williams.
The comedian Cat Williams?
That'd be entertaining, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's funny as hell.
Okay. I like it thus far.
Let's go to Carter. What's he say?
For male, it'll be Bob Marley.
Hey. Wait, is he still alive? Yeah, he is.
No, Bob Marley's dead.
Oh, the condition was has to be alive, has to be living.
They have to be alive. Okay,
I know. I told Bill it sucks the fun out of it, but he made the rule, so.
What makes it more
alive. Elon Musk.
Okay.
And female wise, Halle Berry.
There you go. Who wouldn't have dinner with? The only condition, she's got to come in the Catwoman suit.
Yeah,
that would be an interesting conversation between Elon and Halle.
Yeah, Agent Smith said they want to take me out to dinner.
I would not be opposed to that.
Because, I would want to go out to dinner with Julie Newmar, still alive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Catwoman.
What about male?
Keaton. My favorite Batman.
Which one was it?
Michael Keaton. He was the.
Okay. Yeah, I like Val Kilmer a little better, but that's just me. But
I thought you were going to say George Clooney.
No. Oh, come on, man. Why? Even with the man nipples, you still like... Really?
I do it just because I know.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, nobody that's heartbreaking, but okay, at least you're joking. I mean, I almost had a heart attack, not from the hot sauce. That was...
Okay, how about Glenn? Who would he have dinner with?
Well, I mean, I have a few spinning around in my head, but what I would want, if it was like a true dinner, and we can sit down and have a honest conversation, I would want for the male to be Kim Jong-un.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you why. Because I would like to have a conversation to find out where at the crossroads in his life that he went left or right that spun him out of control, basically. And was that taught to him from a kid? Or did something happen to him where he snapped and he feels that he has to put up a wall, a veil of basically fear mongering, and I'd like to, dive into some truth,
That's a good point. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As far as female goes, I would have to say Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
mean,
Are you going to have a
Jennifer
deep conversation with her?
I would talk to her about one thing film wise, because her dad is he's a soap opera
Yep.
star.
Yep.
And so I would ask her. One of the questions was like one of the first movie she did was Leprechaun,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Did you go into the acting realm on your own volition, or were you pushed that way?"
It's a good question. It's a great question.
And then I wouldn't like dive too deep into like what's your favorite this, what's your favorite that. I would be like, if you were pushed into it and your career did take off, were you happy or did you just live a lie just because you were making good money?
Wow. That'd be a great conversation to watch for sure.
Yeah.
I would ask her about Matthew Perry. Was he a really good guy?
Yeah, he was. Minus his issues, but that's beside the point.
Right.
All right, we'll give Danielle a shot. Danielle's turn.
All right, what'd I miss?
So you were. So the question is, Bill asked the question. Now the preface has to be alive, not my rules. If you could have dinner with one man and one woman, probably like famous too, who would it be?
It doesn't have to be famous. Could be your grandma, I guess.
Well, you just take the fun out of it, don't you? Will you stop changing the rule books?
I didn't change anything. I just said alive.
Okay.
So they have to be alive.
Yeah. See, everybody's first thought is dead, and that's why I tried to open it up, but I got shot down. So.
Yeah, like my first thought was like, okay, cool. Brandon Lee, but he's dead.
Yeah.
That would be a great conversation. Yeah. I want to meet his dad more so, but I would want to meet him too. So.
Yeah. 5. I don't even know.
That's a hard one. I know it's a hard one.
We talked about Steven Spielberg. I would love to meet him. I love Steven Spielberg, Tiny Toons. I like cartoons.
You're a legend. Yep.
So I would say Steven Spielberg and the other one is dead, so I can't mention him. But
okay. How about female though? Do you have a female?
Female.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'd like to meet Kate Winslet.
That's a good, yeah. That's a not a bad choice.
Good chat.
I think, is it my turn? I don't think I went. See, again, first instinct is people that are dead. And I know that sounds horrible, but gosh, who would I want to talk to alive? See, and I can't say it now because technically he just died. I would have said Chuck Norris, but see?
Norris died?
He died, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A couple months ago.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yep. But March, April, May, June, like almost 4 months ago. Wow. Gosh, I don't even, let's see. Take all the fun out of it.
Stephen Hawking.
He died. Wait, did he die?
I think so.
Stephen
Yeah.
Hawking.
Oh, is he dead? Oh, I thought he was still
See,
alive.
you're breaking your own rules. See, okay, where's that HR file? You're breaking your own rules, man.
Just mute him. Give him a break. Don't give him an HR file.
Good point. All right, mute. Let's see. This is hard. And yes, I know that's what she said. But
Here, Bill, I'll help you. There you go. You're unmuted.
oh no, you know what? Okay. All right. Well, this is a toss-up. This is kind of this is tough because I have two. If we're gonna go the sports route, obviously, I'd want to sit down and have dinner with Tom Brady. Just for those that don't know me, they have the fan base for that one for me. But But I want to talk about sports and pick his brain about everything that lengthy career for a reason. For the female, oh boy, I could go a lot of different ways with this.
Who would be most fun?
I could go a lot of different ways with that. That doesn't make it any easier. I'm trying to think. I can't see. I would have said Halle Berry probably, but Carter took that one.
Elvira.
Honestly, yeah, Cassandra Peterson probably would be on my. I've seen her. I haven't talked to her. I've seen her in person, but she was doing. I went to a convention once. She was doing a panel read. So that wouldn't be bad. She'd have to come in costume. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that one. I mean, again, that the limitation is I know we want to talk to a lot of famous dead people. So
okay. So the next question is, who do you want to talk to, male and female, have dinner with that are dead?
Groucho Marx.
That's a good, yeah.
There's nothing to my madness.
I'll say mine.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix.
Who?
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
And Betty White.
There's a dinner conversation. Oh man, this is gonna take me a minute. All right, if anybody else thinks of one, go ahead. I have to take a minute. Okay. I can see that.
Okay, Winston Churchill.
Okay.
And Amelia Earhart.
That's an interesting combination.
Oh, the amount of history I could glean off that.
I could. Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
I mean, Churchill, we could talk war strategy. We could talk, international.
Well, for that, you may as well just sit down with Adolf Hitler.
No, but I don't like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, bread helps with the hot sauce sickness. The bread is helping.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's a natural absorber. It's like eating a sponge. So
yeah.
Just like I said, you might have an interesting morning tomorrow, but it gives it time to kick in. But aside from that, if it makes you feel better, again, you win the door prize. So if it's any consolation,
yeah,
I'm the biggest.
Next time we'll do a 10-gallon jug. No, I'm just. No,
I was going to say the door prize is extra hot Frank's Red.
No. Yeah, that's no.
I'll tug that too. Come on.
All right. Well, here's the deal. We'll get you that, but you have to promise you must make sure you barf on camera. That's prerequisite.
It's a lot for me to barf.
Really? Yeah. Who was it? Somebody said. I forget we talked to. Somebody said they can actually make themselves barf if they had to.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a skill I would brag about, but
I'm gonna say who's bulimic.
Not even that. I mean, it's just one of those. You I don't know. It's acting. You cry. You can cry on camera. Why can't you throw up? I guess. I don't know.
I can barf.
Are you volunteering? There you go. Can you do the alphabet? I can.
I was eating on camera and you're burping on camera. We're officially like the grossest people.
We've seen worse. Believe me, that's yeah. This is the wholesome family entertainment that we want here. So that's
You
fine.
haven't heard some of my stories. You think?
We're not maybe in a bit.
I'm not saying tonight, but I'm saying you haven't heard some of my stories.
Yeah, we've been scarred enough. Yeah.
I've heard that story too many times.
Yeah, that's a party trick that's needs to be put to bed for a little bit. Dead or that's what we're doing. Dead. Gosh. Well, I'll take. I said Chuck Norris for the male. Female has to be. Ooh. Actually. I could make the. I'm only joking. Preface. I could say I would absolutely dig her up for this. I probably would have dinner with Marilyn Monroe. I don't know how well she's in condition after being dead for 60. What she died and said, yeah. But yeah. So
I hear she looks sweet.
I would think remarkably thin. So if anything else, at least she doesn't carry a lot of weight. I guess I could take her for a date. I could probably carry her myself and not have to take a car or anything on a date for that.
I'll be back.
Although when she was at her peak, she was curvy, and she all of a sudden.
Now you got the idea. I'm glad you're keeping tabs at home, Bill. That's good.
I'm not just looks,
Well, that's far from the. Okay. Anyway.
I think for me would be Yvonne DiCarlo.
See, that's a good one. That's really. You can't. It's hard to choose, honestly. I mean, actually. I'm curious now, Danielle. What was you said? Your first one was dead. So who would you talk to dead or want to have dinner with? Oh, you said Brandon Lee was the one.
Yeah, either between Brandon Lee or Wes Craven.
Ooh, that's another good one.
He's still alive. He's not dead.
Are we sure?
Or is Wes dead? He might be dead.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they froze him like
actually, you know what? He did die, didn't he?
Yep.
Wes Craven died August 30th, 2015. Yeah, he's been dead for more than a decade.
Okay. Yep.
But to be fair, Bill's been living under a rock for a decade, so
Pretty much.
They call Canada.
Yeah, the news gets up there slower.
No, the news stops at the border.
It has to go through customs before they can deliver it. So
The Thompson's delivering it.
yeah, that's it. That yeah. So those are good. Oh yeah. What about female though? You know any good dead females?
No.
They're not the life of the party anymore, but I'm just saying.
I like how you put that.
Thank you.
Dead female.
I mean, honest question, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I have none.
Wow.
I guess
Is it because you haven't dug them up yet? Is that why?
maybe I should go digging.
Just be careful. They do call that grave robbing in this day and age, so you just have to be,
See, you know who you could go with? Mary Shelley.
Who?
I was about to say who.
How old are you?
Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. It's not obscure.
Okay. I didn't say it was. I'm just, I'm trying to educate myself. I don't,
I think I'd also want to have dinner with Nichelle Nichols.
Yeah. Why not? That's not a bad pick.
No. Hear about like the.
I guess if I had to pick Betty White, Betty White, she's hilarious.
And you know what? Here's a fun fact for you, in case you ever wonder this. The best part about going to dinner with a dead person is they're relatively cheap because they don't eat much. So.
Oh, God. Where are you pulling these out?
I get a few every quarter century. So.
I
was
thinking about it.
When we're at the table, we can just say, "Well, I got a bone to pick with you,"
or that.
Oh.
Hey, yeah.
I would love to have dinner with Vincent Price.
Well, yeah.
I would love to have dinner with Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth.
Jekyll and Hyde. They're the characters, but
There you go.
Robert Louis Stevenson, the author of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He'd be a good.
I mean, I don't think you could go wrong, honestly, as far as famous people. I mean, there's a lot of dead ones.
If you chose Shemp from Curly Larry or something,
I mean, there's that. That.
Or Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. Well, that hot sauce is really hitting me now. Boy, oh boy.
I'm telling you, have some bread.
I might have. You know what? I was thinking when you said that I may just do that because if I don't, yeah, I'm gonna drink slowly right now. I probably should have had more water, but that's all right. Listen, you know what?
Have any milk?
Come on, be a man. Grow some chest hair. Come on.
I probably have more than you do, if we're gonna be honest.
No doubt. I can count mine. I was about to lift my shirt, but
this is not that kind of contest. So, I mean, we can save that for another special time. But apparently, I got bites everywhere. That really is not cool. No, it's a good topic there. So
that is neat.
So when you think about it, and we said this earlier, and I thought a lot about this. So, some of us, I'm not saying it, I say this as a precursor. I've lived quite a long time, not as much as some of you. But it's interesting. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I'm just acknowledging the fact some are older than I am.
Yeah.
But it's interesting when you look back and you have periods that you remember certain points. Just as an example, I know this is not necessarily 4th of July related, but it is part of American history for that. I was talking to somebody about, obviously everybody here will remember when 9/11 happened. I still have vivid memories from that. I've talked to people I wasn't even born yet at that time. So I'm like, wow. It makes you feel old when I have to, they know the story, but I'm like, yeah, I was actually watching when it happened. I wasn't in New York City, but I mean, fairly close, but obviously it was on the news. But you kind of, but you kind of get that appreciation, or you think about it, you've been through a lot, you've seen a lot. And just even me personal, I think my grandmother's 98 years old. Okay. So has lived and seen quite a lot of things in that stretch of time. I don't profess, I think I will live to be that old. I've been told I have good genes, but I don't know. But you think about these moments that for some, and again, I'm just guessing, does anybody have any moments? If you go back, I mean, I'm only going to be 37 years old. Some of you probably go back further. Are there any moments that you can think of, could you go back further, that you remember vividly?
The most vivid memory I have is when I was 4.
I don't like where this is going.
1978, and the Montreal Canadiens had just won the Stanley Cup. And my mom.
That's your most memorable.
No, that's the earliest thing I can remember.
No. You don't remember a white light and doctor's hands going, "It's a girl." Oh wait, no, never mind.
No.
Okay. I'm just asking.
No. But yeah, and my mom giving my dad a kiss saying congratulations. That's my earliest memory.
Congratulating what exactly?
Well, he was a Habs fan too. So
I was okay. I had a different idea, but okay, I'm glad you clarified that. Thank you.
You're in the gutter.
No, it's not necessarily. I'm just saying, was it when you were born, your mom said your dad, congratulations, we did it? Like what? I mean,
you're a bad man.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to you're leading the story.
I remember when Ronald Reagan got shot.
All right, that's before me. Yeah, I don't remember. I wasn't around for that part.
81?
That was before me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember
I was
that.
born in 82, so.
Just missed you. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. By 82, I remember watching hockey and football, and that's it.
Most of your stories are hockey and football.
Well, that's because in my early life, sports was really important. It's still important to me. I mean,
I'm not saying it's not. I get that part, but it's when I'm reading the script you're going with, it's kind of predictable. I know where you're going to go because it's basically your go-to. So, but point wise, again, it's memorable. You watched the 1980 Olympics, right? Would you saw one?
Speaking of hockey, I heard that Jason is looking for a new hockey mask.
Really?
Was it because of the TV show with the copyright and all
that? Huh?
Is it?
Is it because of the copyright with the new TV show?
I don't know. I was just picking.
Oh.
Because you mentioned hockey.
That's that's her contribution. In other words, you're not we got you. Okay.
I can remember vividly in grade 7 Chernobyl. I remember that really well.
Refresh me. What is that now again?
Chernobyl is where the nuclear plant exploded.
The melt. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I got you.
The elephant foot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's fun because the thing I say, most notably is for people is to understand how much we appreciate history, because obviously, good or bad, it's part of our heritage for that. So, there's moments that may not always be pleasant. I've heard this debate. This has been debated a lot. This has been talked about a lot. There's constant arguments about we talk about certain dates and things that are recognized. But, it's important to understand, again, as we mentioned earlier, where our heritage comes from, where we come from. You got to appreciate where you're coming from, at least to have a better future, know where you're going. As I said before, I mean, I'm not saying it's completely hopeless, but I do weep for the future because at least from what I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, some of the generation I see going forward, I'm like, I'm not sure if they're going to be as strong as the generations of the past. Doesn't mean things can't change naturally, but you got to wonder. Somebody said one time they used to say, when you get older and you have to be in a nursing home and you're relying on someone to care for you, how do you feel about your chances in the future? I said, well, compared to the generation we see now, I'm more than likely sure I'll probably wind up dead somewhere. But nothing against anybody. It's just I would hope. So, like but it's a great learning curve thing. It's important to understand that. And I've had people say that don't really care for history as much. You don't have to love it to death, but at least know where you come from. At least understand something. Whether it's your family or just something about the culture. Like I said, we joke about Canada, but there's a lot of great history in Canada, which I'd love to learn about sometime.
In the words of George Santayana, those who ignore history are doomed to repeat it
over and over and over. And what are we doing now? Basically the same thing, right? So, in order to change course, change direction of the future, you should learn from the past. Do we do it? No, not always. Not everybody, but
the Germans didn't learn with Russia.
Well, yeah.
Did the Germans give up when they bombed Pearl Harbor?
Wait, hold on.
Just let him go with it. Let him go with it.
I got it. Okay, all right, there we go. It took me a minute. Hang on. Okay,
I got it right away.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I figured that, but yeah, it's just that's the goal. Like, we talk about, we share a lot here. For those that are not familiar, a lot of you guys are familiar with shows that we do this kind of stuff, but the positivity track that we do too is to try and be positive as well as educate people. We actually have a lot of great guests. Oh, actually, I meant to say this earlier. Speaking of guests, I don't want to give a spoiler out because nothing is confirmed yet. Let's just say we are in the process of having a guest come on the show who, how do I say it without spoiling it? Because it's not confirmed yet.
They are Emmy nominated and possible winner.
Okay, well, that's dangerously close. Okay,
but that could be anybody.
Okay, well then my clue is obviously they're well, I should say they're well known for their soap opera acting. Is that too much?
There's only 50 years of soap operas. Don't worry about it.
That's true. It could be. I don't think that narrows it down. So the point is, could be a fun one. So we're looking forward to that. So, but we have a lot of great conversations with a lot of people. We've had so many people that shared. We got some great stories coming up. Some folks that are going to share personal stories. Very much similar to a lot of you guys that have shared that I've been on before. Some are a little bit different. We have quite a variety actually, but the idea is
who did we yesterday? We had the dating ladies,
and
we had a horror, and what was the other one?
The therapist.
Oh, the therapist. That's right.
Or the psychologist. I guess I'm not sure what the technical term is.
It. Okay.
Yeah. Wide variety that feature there. So, which we look forward to showcasing, just because everybody's got a unique story. We're
really appreciative of the horror community because they have been incredibly open-minded, incredibly generous, and incredibly nice with their time. And
fantastic people. All you got, a lot of you guys. It's I mean,
like the horror community is my people. I'm very comfortable with it, but it's good to let the rest of the world know.
Yes,
they're not just all Satan worshipers and eat squirrels.
I was to say, don't oversell the nerdness there. We get it, but yes, I say that not to offend you guys. We joke about him because amongst the sports, but no. In all seriousness, the horror community, we love being a part of that. It's fantastic, and we're really glad. Like for a lot of you guys that have engaged in the chat we have, it's fantastic because the goal again is to try to build unity there. And again, we say this a lot too, but competition is not something we want to focus on. We know that's part of everyday life there, but if we can build something where everybody shares something, everybody can win somewhere. I think the world's big enough for all of us. We'd rather
go get a drink.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
No
that's okay. So, little days of our lives moment there. No, but he just totally derailed my thought. Darn it! Hang on.
I mean, I thought it was more of a general hospital thing, not more days of our lives, but that's just
potato. If you want to quibble, sure, I'll give you that. I don't have the facts in front of me, so I'll defer. I can say you're right because I have no clue. I'm not looking at it, so I'll just assume you're correct. But yeah, no, I mean, that's right. So we just hope to help foster things where, if it's just, everybody mingling, or again, we always say we can't promise anything will happen, but if you guys might have a chance to work with each other, work together, at least communicate, maybe bounce ideas off of each other. It's just about building that fraternity for everybody. I mean, again, some of you guys might know each other. We don't know. But it kind of opens doors. We're trying that with some other options too, but just this whole case it's been phenomenal because I said this before. We turned this into a series, which wasn't intent on being a series. It was more of figure we'll put it out there. Maybe one or two people want to come on the show. Fantastic. We'd be happy to promote, etc. Had a slew of emails, had a record-setting email break. I think it's still a record. I lost track. I stopped counting. I probably had more than 100 emails in a 2-week span, something like that. So it's kind of like, this is great. This is fantastic. This is totally unexpected, very welcoming. And again, a lot of you guys wanted to come on and do extra stuff here, which is fantastic. We love to have people involved doing things because we like to have fun as well as, do the interviews and stuff. But it's just a nice way to kind of bridge and branch out a bit. And I was just thinking, like, for Danielle, for your case, I know you've been very proactive there, which is nice. I'm hoping you're getting something out of the chats there because you guys seem to have a good time. We do watch. We don't engage as much, but we do watch it. So, it's just kind of nice to have a little community. And, in the conversation of being diverse, as not everybody agrees on everything. Everybody's different. And you all probably in one point in time, personally or professionally, wherever you walk in life, you've seen that contrast between those that agree with you, those that are complete opposite, the struggle back and forth. The idea is we're trying to find that bridge in the between to kind of find that build that bridge of neutrality, if you will. So, and that's, again, tapestry of what makes our culture great. I can say that because Bill's not here. I think he's the only outsider. So that's kind of the principles built on the country that we have here. At least the founding fathers had back in the day. That was the idea. That was the concept. That's why, unfortunately, and I'm not going to go too far on this route because we don't like to bring people down with that as far as the political side view of it. I will just simply say, clearly doesn't work like it used to. It's not the way it was supposed to be intended. I think we can all kind of agree in some aspect there. Regardless of left, right, I'm talking all across the board. Doesn't matter, which side of the fence you lay on there. It's just the overall general consensus. But I said this in the interview we talked to one of the potential guests coming on, is the way that because she said, I want to fix things. We want to try to get back to, we should. And it really starts with us, we the people, not the people we pay to represent us, but us, Again, I just use myself as an example. I've had conversations. I've had people say, I don't vote. I don't say anything. Well, it's your right to choose whether or not to do it. But if you want to see a change and you don't cast your voice out there, you don't let your voice be heard out there, then regardless whether you believe it's going to make a change or not, it still counts. You're going to want to get your voice heard. We've all heard that at some point in our lives growing up. Family says, make sure you speak your mind. We talk about censorship. I think we talked to some of you guys about that. We've mentioned that topic, but, be proactive with certain things. Again, understand what's going on around us. Like now we're recognizing 250 years of this country being founded. Now, obviously the best part about that is we're still in debt 250 years later. So that hasn't changed, sadly, but getting back to the original roots, and case in point, obviously the first settlers here were not necessarily white folks coming from Europe. Natives were here first. Totally agree with that. There's only unfortunate times. You had warfare between it, fighting over land. There was a point in history with, a lot of you guys may be familiar, obviously the Trail of Tears, all that stuff, which hardships. Who did we just lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think but the point of it again is trying to find some kind of area we can get along with. We don't have to love everybody. Not everybody's going to love everybody to death. We know that. But I think, just it's a great idea to say if we could just at least find something that could really keep us together. Because I think otherwise, if we don't bring the unity back, what's going to happen? There really is no future, right? So, and the basis for that with this and recognition and celebrating it, 250 years is a great milestone. Here's hoping there's 250 more years. We don't know. Again, we're probably not going to be here to see it. But we hope that for future generations that, maybe we can get back to basics. I don't know. That's kind of just my personal vibe, but raises a great question. I want to put this out there. A lot of you guys obviously are entertainment, you have your own, different things that you do, but I pose this question, and it could go for anything, but if you could leave, once all of us are going to inevitably depart this world at some point, what do you, I guess for lack of a better term, saying a legacy, what do you hope you can leave behind, maybe for inspiration, maybe something you hope happens in the future? Like, is there something that maybe you're working for in your professional life or just personally? Is there something that you hope will maybe help to shape the future that we may or may not be a part of? Don't all jump at once.
I'll go. One that I generally hope for is to leave my daughter in a better place than where I came in.
Okay.
And give her guidance. On a personal level, I've always wanted to go back and get my master's.
Okay.
At some point, I may go do that.
It's a good goal. That's a great goal, actually. If you can, obviously, not everybody can do that. So, and I think that's a great example. If you're not too old.
I've already got 3 degrees, but a master would just be for me. I don't care, but if anybody knows, it would be for self-accomplishment.
But you're not bragging, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't care. It's obviously hasn't gotten me. It hasn't got me that far in life. Let me tell you that.
I'm glad you said that. I'm not going to say that far, but if you are comfortable to say that, that's perfectly fine. No, that's a great one. I mean, it could even be we could pose that like accomplishments too. Is there anything that maybe anybody hasn't accomplished yet you want to accomplish? Obviously, before we don't know when death time comes for us. We try not to worry about that. But is there something you'd like to do, perhaps, to shape or do something that might leave a lasting impression for the future?
A threesome.
Not that kind of impression. And mute. Anybody else aside from? All right, he's muted. Does anybody else have anything? I mean, it could be anything.
I'm already making a difference. Don't drink 5 hot sauces in a row. You will feel sick. Nothing will ever taste good ever again, I don't think.
It's a good life lesson. I think, honestly, listen, you tried it, though, and at least now you can be a spokesperson for that. So at least you can't say you didn't do it. Yeah. So, I mean, there's that.
What I want is to see everybody, not just America, but the whole world, come together as one instead of being divided.
Yeah.
And then I would like to leave the place more better for the kids, my kids, and everybody else's kids as well, and then better myself for my writing, auditions, and becoming a well-known actress is my goal.
There you go. It's a good goal.
I almost started singing the Beatles when she said "Come Together," but I didn't.
That's gonna get you on mute there. I know. No, that's
good song.
Sorry, multitasking here. But yeah, no, those are good goals there. Again, and I've heard a lot of people have said too, especially those in the horror community we've had there, a lot of the filmmakers have said, we're doing these projects for us. We're not doing it for to be nationally recognized. I think that's a great thing for personal growth, personal development, because, obviously everybody says, who of us, and you're not growing up, didn't say, I'm going to be rich and famous one day. Everybody has had some kind of something along those lines, right? So, and it's not to knock it. It's just.
But I mean, famous is subjective.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody has that ideology of they want to be that. I'm not saying you can't. We can't all be Bill Gates. We can't all be Steve Jobs. We can't all be Elon Musk, who was mentioned there's it's great to strive for the goals, but doesn't mean we're all going to hit them. But my point of it is, like we say about the indie filmmakers who say, we have one particular gentleman that said, I broke the bank. I went broke to make my film because I wanted to do it for me. I didn't do it to necessarily make bank off of it. Even if the IMDb for the film isn't good, there's not a box office smash hit. It probably cost me more money to put it in production than it actually made money in the box office, so to speak. But so then the question we would ask, but they already answered it, is why do it then? What was the purpose behind it? Answer is very simple. Because I did it for myself. I did it to prove that I could write this film, I could act in this film, whichever case maybe, or both. We've had a lot of, everybody does both. And it just showcases how, that determination, that willpower not to give up, to make sure that some kind of dream is accomplished. I know they say we can't accomplish all of our dreams. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm a total believer in that. I can understand the perception on that. But if you can at least do something, maybe one goal, two goals in life, don't know where it comes from, but that's a great thing. And again, we said this for a lot of you guys. It's fun to hear your stories because you're all in the same general area, but you're coming at it from different perspectives. You all have different goals. Some are similar. You're obviously different people, but you have the same love for the same type of thing. And you're taking great strides. Just for Danielle, in your case, obviously you're coming from the starter's gate. You're coming from the beginning. So you are just really trying to gain traction. You're trying to get out there, which is, that's how everybody starts. Carmelo might, a little bit more established. You have a few more projects under your belt, so you're at a different point. The list goes on. There's others. And Glenn, probably the same thing. There's different things. Everybody's got on a different pathway there, but everybody starts at the same spot. And the question is, you're sticking with it. A lot of people don't make it maybe as far as you've made it, for personal reasons, for a lack of success, as we say, can also be another one that's measured differently. There's different ways to measure success. Success to you could be, I have a $5 billion corporation. Success to you could be, like Danielle right now, could be, I got into a film. I made a few projects. Small, but starting somewhere, it's milestones. So, the idea it's nice to hear that when people are, because I've struggled personally where people say, either you get too old to do this or it's not financially feasible because obviously for us in the U.S., not so much for Bill per se, but financially we know things are hard. We see how the economy is. It's not great. We can probably be honest there if we can all probably agree at some point. Don't know what the fallout will be in the future. Not sure. But it makes things financially difficult. So people, I think, are afraid to take those chances. But, again, a lot of guys, just do it. Who was it? Which of the guests was it, Bill, that said, was it one of the directors we talked to that said, just go out and just do it?
Was it Craig Aarons?
It might have been. I know somebody said it. They're like, just instead of worrying about it, just go and just do it. So I think it's a great motto for that.
Or was that Rolf?
It might have been Rolf. I think Dave said it at one time too. And obviously he's had great success with a lot of his stuff. So, but I think the thing is, it's just for all of us, the biggest fear is we fear ourselves. We just are afraid to try. We're afraid of whatever the reason is that holds us back. And that's usually what I tell people. And I shouldn't say it often because I've done that to myself, but you're your own worst enemy, as that saying goes. You hold yourself back. So we kind of learn to let go and to do that. And again, perfect example for those of us, not so much Bill. Sorry, Bill. This is not to exclude you, but you weren't born here. So we wouldn't have the country here at 250 years if we didn't fight back for independence, obviously. We could have still been a part of Britain at this point. Obviously, and they say, you've heard this saying, is freedom's never free. There had to be blood, had to be paid for that, naturally. But you think about it, country could have been a whole different thing if the founders were afraid to take chances. If they didn't make the decisions that they made, didn't challenge things, didn't question things, which I think is something we don't see nowadays, right? People usually take things at face value. They don't challenge anything. There's the old rule, and again, I'll say this more modern, is we live in a digital age. People will say, I believe everything you see on the internet, right? Can all agree that's not always the truth. It's the same thing as saying I believe the tabloids that we read in the supermarket, because all of these magazines are perfectly correct, right? They're always 100% accurate. I'm being sarcastic, naturally.
I was going to say, I was thinking the other day, is National Enquirer still around?
I don't know, honestly. Probably. See, now the other thing is we're not seeing a lot of, I don't know about in Canada, we don't have a lot of printed magazines. That's kind of a thing of the past that they're doing away with.
Yeah. I bought Jen a People magazine the other day, and it's half the size it used to be.
Well, that's everything's downsized now. It's just the economy with that too, but not everything there is factual. It's the same thing with clickbaits and everything we see online, right? Actually, and that brings a great point, and I only read part of it. So Danielle, were you reached out, or there was something about the scam thing that you were mentioning about? Can you refresh me on that? Because I didn't see all of it. I read part of that conversation. But that was a great illustration. So what happened exactly?
What are we referring to specifically?
Was there one in the? There was one you posted in the chat. Somebody posted something. I only read part of it. Were they looking for project work, but they weren't willing to pay, or something like that?
Oh yeah. I didn't really read that one.
I read part of it, but I thought that was a great example because I don't remember if that was I think that was in a group. You saw that in a group post, right? Is that how you came across that?
I think that was in a horror group.
Yeah.
I sent it.
But the preface was, you can tell, like, it just seems a little odd. Some scams are getting a little more intricate nowadays, but it's just part of unfortunately, our society and the social reality is that people have, the gift of power. You have the power to put things out there. It doesn't mean you're going to put the right things out there, but,
Are you talking about the post that was on the direct message feed that was like paid to be on? Now, someone said, I said, like, legitimately, well, it sounds like a scam. Someone's like, dude, that's a joke. There's someone being funny. But is it a joke, or is it someone out there going, well, somebody's going to pay something?
Exactly.
It's a shotgun effect. I mean, I hit 20 people, but I'll get 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's the thing. You got to be. See, I saw that, and I'm like, I understand some people's views on that, but at the same time, these are real things that do happen, and sometimes you can tell if they're poorly worded. Obviously, it's easy to spot the scam there, but some people are getting more creative with making it. We see all the time. You get notices your iCloud account is being shut down. Well, number one, I either don't have one, or the way you're communicating with me is not tied to my iCloud account, so clearly it's not true. Or what I'm trying to think of some I've gotten, like your it's from Google saying your account is suspended for violating something.
Yeah,
for doing what?
A year or two ago, I shared it with Amber. This one person came to me and was like, well, are you interested in auditioning? And I was like, sure. And then
naturally
he told me what all he needed for me. Like, okay, some things are legit, but then he asked me about my kids. He asked me what color my kids are. He asked me their ages. Asked, and I was like, no, and no, flat out.
You're fishing for, that's a little too, it's like, why not just give you my social security number while we're at it? Let me just give you my bank account number. Why not? Sure.
Well,
credit.
I'll tell you what they did to my parents. They gave my mom and dad a call and said that my brother had been into a very serious car accident and they needed money. I can't remember the exact reason why. And they had a voice that sounded like my brother, and they knew some of his background information.
Wow.
And so my parents were like, like initially they blew it off, but then they started, I don't know, they got into the social insurance number, but I don't know. But eventually my sister went in there and said, they're full of shit.
Yeah.
Just to hang up on them,
Yeah, I mean, we were a far cry from the old days. You guys probably had these emails. The prince from Nigeria that needs, the
woman from the Ukraine that when she gets married, or kind of deal.
Or that one. Yeah, there's that one. And but it's unfortunate because some people do fall victim to it. Plenty of people have done that.
If there's anybody that watches YouTube, there's a great show on there called Scammer Payback.
I love the guy. Yeah, he's great.
Oh yeah, pierogi.
Yes.
Yep.
Scammer Payback goes to the point where that's a lovely pink sweater you've got on. It just to tell you all the stores that are around her, all the businesses, and it's great.
Sorry, I can't comment in here, but I got you guys. Whenever you need to, by all means, yes, we appreciate you coming on. If you need to pop now, that's fine. We're glad you could hang out, and then we appreciate you taking the sauce challenge because
absolutely.
Again, we'll do it for your betterment and honor for Carmela here. We got to do it one more time. We'll give her a round of applause, the new champion. And I venture to say we're gonna let you keep that title. We're not gonna challenge you for it. We'll let you.
Tonight you're going out dancing, and we'll see what happens to the results.
How do you know that? I don't think. Okay. Just ignore him. He's But congratulations on that. Thank you guys for coming on there. Again, anytime we do something, you're welcome to join in. We'll probably do more stuff down there. If you think of any challenges that won't kill us, but if anything you want to try that we can do, we're happy to do it. At least I know I am. I think Bill will do it. Some of us are not as daring, but we love to have different things to do. So feel free to share. But we appreciate you coming on there. So, and have a happy 4th, whatever, if you celebrate or do something for the weekend, enjoy.
As long as it doesn't involve mustard or mayonnaise.
We're going to do both then, just because you said that. We'll make sure it's a combination of both. Mustard and mayo cocktail. Just for you, Bill. Thank you for that.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yeah. That's
all right. Thank you guys.
Have a good one. We'll stay in touch. We'll catch you next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good night.
Thank you.
I like the idea. I don't know why that sounds like a bad thing. I like the idea. I think. There,
we still see your pretty face.
I'll take her off. Yeah, that way. You get a mute for that. I like having the power there.
Can't hear you.
See you again. Let me go out and come back. Maybe it's me. Hang on. Oh, I can't end that. I'll be right back.
Sudden silence. Dun-dun-dun.
I don't know if that fixes all of it.
Well, but the other thing is, Sam, though, is okay. You just got rid of it. Okay.
I saw. Yeah. It for some reason, I don't know why. It's the StreamYard's been doing weird stuff. Like it will change settings on us, and I don't do any of that. It just does it. That's me. I'm already backstage. I could kick myself, but I'm not going to do that.
By the way, Sam, what happened to our third member? What happened there?
You got to be a little more specific. You mean our?
Yes.
I'll message you later for that one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. I just noticed,
No, we have. I'm not sure about Carter. I know he has issues. Again, everybody's got tech issues. It's the unfortunate thing is when you do this kind of stuff, technology is great when it works. And when it doesn't work, it's such a pain in the ass. Pardon my French, but it's the way it is.
Tu ne parles français très bien, monsieur?
How do you say that? I should just, I should get creative with. Let me actually look that up. How do you say that in French? Because that way then. What?
Ça c'est bien. That's very good.
Are you sure?
That's what ça c'est bien means. It's very good.
All right. Well, we can say the word. Oh, cull. Okay. You're a cull, Bill.
A cull? What
the hell's
a cull?
Take the term of you're a jack.
Oh.
Get it?
Oh, a culo.
Culo. Yeah, whatever.
That's what it was in Italian. Culo.
But we're not speaking Italian. Why'd you bring a fourth language into it?
Did we have a second language? Spanish?
Well, English. No.
English, French,
English is
Italian. What's the fourth one?
Actually, let me see if I remember this. I had somebody. I want to make sure I get this right. There's one. I actually have this, so I do have the Rosetta Stone program there. I'm still working. I gotta get back to my Japanese learning, but there's actually one language I do want to try. I read some of it, There's a lot of different dialects amongst the Latin, which a lot of people don't use anymore. I had an interest because I read books about it. I want to learn to speak a little bit more Navajo, actually, even though that's not really a language that's used too much. There's actually certain words that you can't actually say, but
I hear other than English, the toughest one is Russian because it's got more letters than we do.
Well, an alphabet spelling, yeah. So that's just a fun little tidbit there.
And I really wonder with like Chinese, like Mandarin or something, how long does it take kids to learn that? Because that's very complicated.
Depends on the dialect, because there's different variations of it. You know, you got Mandarin. You have there's different provinces, obviously, in China. So Cantonese,
or whatever,
Fujianese. List goes on and on. So I guess it depends. Yeah. So that's definitely that's food for thought. Did you have?
Here's a trivia question.
Okay.
What is the most common name in the world?
In the world?
In the world. The most common name worldwide.
Can we break it down at least male or female at least?
Male.
Boy. Most common name in the world.
Does it have? Is there a specific ethnic group?
That's a good question. Yeah.
It is not an ethnic group. I wouldn't qualify that, but I would qualify it as saying it's based on a religion.
Oh,
Joseph?
Islam. I would say after the Prophet Muhammad.
Muhammad is the most common name in the world.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right.
You go.
Yeah, all right.
See, because there is no one Chinese religion, so you couldn't, like you would have thought maybe, but
there's got to be one kid called Confucius somewhere.
Oh, sure. Well, it's like the Blue Jays have an outfielder called Jesus.
Well, that's a fairly common one too, and I'm assuming he's got Latino or Hispanic background, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a like culture European or Western. He's down.
You think it's like Dave, or John.
I was gonna say John actually, or Joe, or like Daniel said Joseph. I mean, it's close. But
I know, like all of the 12 disciples. There's all kinds of kids named after James and all of those.
Matthew, Mark, Luke.
Luke, all those guys.
Yeah, which is fair. Well, I'll reserve the right, Bill. If you have any more kids, you definitely have to name him Mohammed. Could you imagine? That'd be a great name, Mohammed Van Vagel. Say that 5 times fast. Make sure he's there for roll call every day. Yeah.
I can just hear the priest baptizing him now. I call upon thee, Muhammad.
Yeah. I guess that means he's not going to be circumcised, right? Not Jewish faith, but
yeah, no, that's a personal choice.
That is. I'm just saying. Of course, it's a whole thing. But
I hope you get it all off. You don't want half of it off.
That's called a ripoff.
Rip off.
Yeah. If you want to be technical.
Although I have heard that in some African tribes, women get their clitoris cut off. Like it's a female circumcision kind of deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
it's a cruelty thing. Like they're trying to eliminate that practice, but it's cultural.
I have a lot of questions about that, but it hurts me just thinking about it, even though I don't have the same part, but it just makes me hurt to think about it. There's a lot of things different cultures do for religious and or tribal practices, we'll say.
Yep.
I mean, I've always been curious about joining a cannibalistic tribe. I don't see how, apparently they eat their own kind sometimes.
There's the one where there's one island off of, I think it's like off New Zealand. It's out that way. And it's one of the last remaining cannibalistic tribes around.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the Zulu tribe? I believe that's what they try.
I can't recall. But
I'm almost positive, but
the government that has them, I don't know if it's Vietnam or New Zealand or where, it's off the island.
I feel like they're independent. I'm not sure. Well, they don't recognize their, most tribal whatever's left.
And as of, I think they said like 1978, you're not allowed to go on the island.
Well,
But
yeah, I guess.
There used to be one guy, I guess, that they trusted, and when he died, they didn't trust anybody.
Well, if you remember the history, and some of you guys might remember that, a lot of times it was really rough to be an English missionary going to these tribal areas because obviously they prefer to eat you more so than talk to you. So
what ended up happening, there was one guy that was a religious missionary, didn't get permission from the government or anything, just went up there.
Yep.
He made it to the beach, and that's as far as he got.
And from the beach, he went right to the dinner table. So
exactly. I think they threw his head out. They rolled his head out.
No, they use everything. They reserve certain parts for certain things. They eat certain things. They drink certain things. So, and actually, one area of the world which is still not tapped well, probably some of the last real native tribes there. If you go down towards the Amazon, because obviously that's a trek that most people don't go in, at least not unless you're from there. But that's like one of the untapped areas that
Yeah, there are still legitimate tribes there.
Yeah. It's not so much. I mean, it's unfortunate. There's still. Oh, you know what? This is actually a great question. I want to pose this, and this will be Bill's favorite because this brings sports into this. And I want to ask this question, and I don't know if I'm going to assume. I don't know if Glenn, if you're a sports fan at all.
Sure.
But since you're a little closer to it, you're familiar. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there's this thing in the sports world with the whole native tribe thing, changing names for certain teams.
Yeah.
My question is specifically, I think there's a couple, like the whole issue with Washington, like going from Redskins to like from like the tribe standpoint. Does that seem offensive? I mean, they say it's offensive why they change it, but
no. I mean, funny thing is, I started out sports reporting in the 90s.
Okay.
I've written I actually wrote an article on that. And I've talked to the Seminole Nation and Seminole Chief and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't care. I mean, it's not, they're like, we're being talked about. We're, they're honored that their resemblance, if you will, is on, being, so they had zero problem. The whole thing was, society, it's like, well, I hate to say, people other than natives were saying, oh, the natives are offended. Oh, we're offended. The natives are offended. No, they weren't. Because you have the Atlanta Braves, you got the Washington Redskins. That's just you got baseball. You've got
you had the Cleveland Indians. Now it's the Guardians. Same thing.
You have the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it goes in every sport. So I don't think, because it was like the Seminole Nation is, basically from Florida. So, but I mean, as far as if you look at a Native American, they're back in, we'll just say the 1800s, we'll say.
Right.
They're out in the sun all the time. What color? They're darker than your white men. So to them it looks red.
Right.
So they're like, oh, the Redskins. They have red skin. So
compared to like us who are clearly white. I mean, obviously we have different shades and we go out in the sun. Like, I mean, it's I'm like, is there really, honestly, like, is there? And I'm asking as a genuine curiosity, is there really anything that would be found? I mean, I guess it's a loose question. Found offensive as far as natives for that too, that we could do that they might find offensive.
Well, I'll just say like the Cleveland Indians. Like, well, that is a Indian. That's what they are. That's not a derogatory. That's what they are. You know. So, now, if they said maybe the Cleveland Scalpers, and they had some Indian holding up a scalp, that would probably be. Even though they did that as a trophy in war, that was an act that they did. But I would say maybe that would be, pushing the
Consider.
envelope, or,
It can make sense.
like that.
I remember when who was it? St. John's University. St. John's used to be the Redmen, and they became the Red Storm. Like, is Red Storm any better? No, like,
I mean, and the thing too is, like, you think of these teams, like, and I just argument, like, when they were the Redskins, who won the Super Bowl? The Washington Redskins, not the Commanders. They didn't win it.
Right.
Like the Blackhawks won the title. They should be honored for they won the Stanley Cup. Like, they are true champions. So it's not like they were inherently bad teams. These teams have historically championships to their name.
I forget one of the teams. Might be the Blackhawks. I could be wrong. They went out and asked the local tribe or the statewide tribe.
They went to local tribes, yeah.
And they were like, we're fine. Like Green Bay Packers around Wisconsin, there's all kinds of natives, and it doesn't bother them one bit, this kind of stuff. But
because, like, even like they said, like, is it Atlanta with the Braves when they do the chop? Like somebody said they want to do it that's that's offensive, and like
no, I mean, oh my God, where does it stop? I mean, it's like that. That is so cool when you're in the stadium, and you've got, we'll just say for the sake of math, 30,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
In the 8th inning, you're down 1 run, the bases are loaded, people are like, oh, when you got all of that in stereo that just rises up. I mean, no, it's that.
If you had a tribe's elders, would they be upset by that? Would they be offended by that? Would it make them go crazy, or would it just be part of the deal?
Because that's the thing I question too. Like, it's not a slight at anything. If anything, it's a cultural, boost of paying respect in some cases. And what's ironic is, I say this, and again, it's not to stir controversy, but like, just for argument's sake, the Black Lives Movement, for example. Okay, I only say this because I've heard this before. Most of these movements that you see, and I don't know why this is a thing, it started by white folks that have nothing to do with it. Like, again, these tribal issues are started with white folk. What does that have to do with us anyway? I mean, we're trying. I think it's like you said, similarities that we're trying to lump ourselves with it. We are, a lot of us related to like the Native American tribes, but we're talking like we're speaking for them. Like, we can't speak for them.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be speaking
for other people.
No. But we try to do that. I don't know why people waste time. They try to butt in, like, because it's been around so long, and now all of a sudden it's this thing. Like, why is it a thing now? All these years, like, you didn't say anything years ago. If you go back like the 90s, even go back further, nothing was said way back when. All of a sudden, a new era comes, and it's, well, we can't have this team say that. We can't have them. I think they're going to petition. Was it Kansas City with the Chiefs there to take away the arrowhead from or the Atlanta Braves to change the tomahawk? Why? What's so offensive? Like,
it's not. And if you go into entertainment, and if you think of like comedians like Dave Chappelle and whatnot, he's like, man, this isn't even fun anymore because Dave Chappelle does. He's a comedian. It's all jokes. Yeah. But he talks about he does bits about the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't mind that, he goes, I'm afraid of the T's, they hate my guts. And he tells a joke and whatnot. It's all fun and games. It's like, laughter's the best medicine. And if you can't get up on stage and tell a joke and even let people know, hey, these are just jokes, I don't mean this. Right. I think it was a group of people, started by technology with social media. I'm offended. So if I'm offended, you need to be offended.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But again, I'm like,
were the natives upset of the Cleveland Indians mascot, Chief Wahoo? Would that have bothered anybody?
They were more upset that they took the name away than they were for the name.
Exactly.
Okay. They were more upset about that.
Because that's why I said, too, I think when you take it away, at least now, again, this is my perception. I'm going to echoing that. Like, I think you would be more offended because, again, rich history of we're trying to showcase, obviously, a historical group of people for that there. I think it's truly beyond. I think in some cases, some of the tribes are honored for that, as you said. It's like the, again, just for lack of a better argument, the Aunt Jemima argument, as for one example. Sure. They're taking that away. What was the other?
Why? I mean, like, why?
Because it's offensive. Like all these years later, now all of a sudden there's a I mean, again, I'm not saying that maybe it couldn't have had a connotation of some derogatory something along the line. But if she's been, what has that been around? 60 some years that company's been there.
Oh,
She's been there forever.
Nobody said anything before. Now, oh, you know what the other change is? You guys are familiar with Uncle Ben's rice, right? The photo in the box. They're changing Uncle Ben to a white Uncle Ben because it's too offensive to have, you know, a African American. I'm not sure what the correct term, African American or black, you know, depiction.
Well, I mean, well, Aunt Jemima, I know for a fact. I don't know how much older, but I know for a fact is over 100 years old.
I think I'm more, yeah.
I grew up with that. I grew up with that.
Her,
in '82, you know.
Recipe.
So.
It was her idea. They paid her, and when they offered, "Hey, do you want to be?" I'll just say, just the spokesperson, or whatever.
The spokesperson.
They didn't care. They gave her compensation. It's kind of like Matthew McConaughey doing spokesperson for Lincoln. You know,
right?
I mean, they paid you. I mean, they're not making you do it.
No. But why? Like, but why? It's been that way for so long. It floors me with the whole. All of a sudden now it's an issue.
Well, you know what's funny is I fully expect them to change Chef Boyardee because it's anti-Italian, anti-fat.
So something was talked about that. I forget what they said, but something. But like again, we have more problems to worry about. But you're nitpicking over names for certain things. You know, you're trying to. It's removing history from that. And I said this.
I'll tell you one thing.
Named a Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah, we got one of those here.
I'm like, why?
I'll tell you what's offensive is I'm prior military.
Okay.
So when I go and I see now if you think about it, every 32 seconds a former military or present military person kills himself by suicide.
We talked about that. Yeah, it's a big. Yep.
I used to go when I had more time. I would go down and feed the homeless on the weekends. I'd go buy, like 30 Subway sandwiches, have them cut it in half. That's 60 sandwiches.
Oh, that's great.
I give out water, oranges, and I would sit there and talk. Hey, man, why are you out here? Are you out here because you want to be, or we're talking? And they're like, there's more just homeless, but there's more military homeless than anything. When they brought in the people from, I think, Mexico, they were literally stepping over a homeless military person to give them lodging.
Right.
That should be offensive to the American people,
Well, I say too, like I'm trying to partner with more. I'm glad you kind of bring that up. That's a personal thing for me. I didn't have the privilege to serve, but I have family members that did. But I'm a big advocate for supporting the men that serve. They should not be I blame the country for it. You forget the men that serve there. They're supposed to be taken care of, but they come back with nothing. Why are these men, these wounded warriors, these veterans that are living on the street that gave their lives to serve this country, but they're living without food, no shelter? And again, I'm sorry, nothing against if you're here legally. I am not about the country was built by immigrants, but if we're catering, I don't mean to make this a political, I'm not saying political, but if we're catering to those that legally maybe shouldn't be here, but yet the men that serve, that are national heroes, born and raised in this country, gave their lives, gave their blood, gave body parts even, they gave and are still traumatized. I know people, I have friends that served in Nam that still have PTSD because of it. We just did an episode about mental health, and I said the stats were, I think it's still the highest rated, that service members are still the highest route of suicide because the trauma that you see, you can't unsee certain things. So, and people don't realize that, they forget. And that's why I kind of put that slogan for me. It's been used before, but I say that the country might forget about you, but I don't, because I know what sacrifice is. And it's just an unfortunate turnabout where, and I don't understand it. And this is the thing, like you guys go back. I don't remember, like during at the end of the Nam War when the POWs are coming back and the government says, "Oh, we have no men over in the POWs are coming back. There's no service members over there. They left them over there." Like, I mean, how do you forget these? How do you forget these heroes there? Like, why? Like,
it is. If you watch movies, like it has a little bit of truth to it, like Rambo 2. And they go, hey, just go there, take pictures. If there's anybody there, we'll go back and get them.
Yep.
Well, he was bringing them back, and they saw that he had a POW. The guy said, "Abort, abort, abort." So he got everybody out of the room, and he said, you were supposed to go there and just take pictures. So it was like a political thing, but
Yep.
they don't want to remember. They don't want to. It's too much trouble. I was watching, it was, a comedy-ish, but I was watching Tropic Thunder yesterday with a friend of mine, and I'm like, you know what? In 2026, there's still POWs over there.
Yeah.
There still is. They
Yep.
don't want to,
They just found, what was it? Somebody, I forget who, where. They just had bones flown back from somewhere. They found someone who was missing from, I think, still World War II. They're still finding, MIAs that were still over there that obviously were killed.
Some of my favorite stories are the guys that, after World War II, were posted to these remote islands and didn't know the war was over. So they would live there for years and years, defending the island or whatever it is. And, the war had been over for 12 years. Just because over there, back then.
The news is slow, yeah. Now, here's a good question. I would love to know if your take from that, Glenn, because it's one of my favorite movies. It's a hard watch, but it's a good one. As far as We Were Soldiers, the Mel Gibson flick,
sure.
How much of, I guess, reality would you say based on that is accuracy, I guess, better depiction? Is a good way to put that.
I would say, the first off, the quick question is how much would Hollywood allow him to?
That's yep.
For that would be like the quick answer. So they allow a little bit of truth, but don't cross the line.
Yeah, you got to watch borders. Yep.
So I think that when it comes to like the movies like that, I would say it's depicted well, but more of the story could have been told.
Okay.
But,
I'm going to ask you, as a former military Vietnam, one of my favorite films was The Deer Hunter.
Oh, yeah, Robert De Niro.
Movie. I love that movie. It's a long one, but it's a good one. Oh, that whole scene about the playing Russian roulette and holding the... I heard that was a bunch of dog shit. Or was that true? Did that actually...
Well, I'll tell you this. By the time I was 19 years old, I had traveled the world with the military. I've been in all over the country. I've seen many things. I've been through a lot of Asia. And I've been through Vietnam, Thailand. I've been in the jungles. I've been where, the Vietnam was happening. I've walked the paths of soldiers.
Right.
And I would ask questions about not just movies, but about what did you guys, and these are like Viet Cong and whatnot, still people that I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sure you guys, I've talked to old guys, I've talked to young guys, but stories are passed down.
Yep.
I'm like, what they did was, like the tiger cage and all that kind of stuff, that's all real. As far as Russian roulette, I'm going to say yes, because that was a form of entertainment. That was a form of betting. That was a form of, it's almost like, I call it the Freddy Krueger effect.
Yeah.
He feeds on fear. They love the fear. They think it's funny. They're going to kill you anyway, so they might as well get some amusement out of it. Yep. So that's 100%, Yeah. They say it's BS because they don't want to tell you the truth.
You don't want to see what...
Yeah, because I had heard somebody who was, a veteran saying, "Oh, that never happened. That's just there for Hollywood," and blah blah blah.
I mean, I've seen. Well, it's like I keep bringing I've seen over in Africa, like drug warlords and whatnot.
Yeah. Yep.
And they would. There's kind of an unwritten rule of, it's not peace, it's an unwritten rule of, I'm not going to kill you, you're not going to kill me if you abide by. So when we're talking with these other soldiers from other countries, we tell stories and whatnot. And a lot of people over there would be like, well, we do, and again, it's like, it's almost like a game. It's like, well, if you could survive our little game, you get to live.
Yeah.
And if you don't, well, too bad, so sad, you're going to die. I've seen stuff that you can't interfere with their culture, if you will. You just got to sit there and watch it. there's nothing you can do about it because you have zero jurisdiction over there.
Yep.
I've just some people in some of those third world countries do not think like you think a human would think.
Right.
They're taught. I mean, I remember talking. I was over in Bahrain in Abu Dhabi, and I was talking to an 8-year-old kid who had straight up hand grenades and M16 and whatnot, and his father was saying that, and I was like, well, what's the deal with this? He goes, well, we teach our kids from the time that they can understand our language that, you know, not just America, he said, there's other countries too, but
sure.
you know, they tell the kid, you know, they're going to come here, they're going to kill your mom, they're going to murder your sister, they're going to take you and try and this and that. So they put the fear in the kid. Then the kid starts hating from all the way up, and now that they're 18, and that's where, you know, terrorism and whatnot comes up because they're enculturated. You know,
the thing about that I remember is, and there's two of the most, like, these are iconic moments, and again, you may be familiar with the films, you may have seen the films. The one is obviously American Sniper. The scene where Chris Kyle, when he's on the roof and the kid that's on the ground, he's protecting the Marines there, and he's going to pick up the rocket launcher. You know, he's like, please don't, please don't, please don't. You know, he's got him scoped. He's got him, like, because obviously that ties into, I can't think of the name. I always forget the name of it. The one with Samuel L. Jackson and Tommy Lee Jones, where they're in with the U.S. Embassy, and there's that whole international incident, and he's tried for killing the civilians there. But it's justified because articles of warfare say if you pick up weapons, you're no longer civilians, you're considered enemy combatants.
Yes.
But just like those iconic scenes, like, and the thing I tell people, I love seeing that. I shouldn't say I love it, but like, just to understand, to try to put the grippingness of what it's trying to be as close as possible, because it's not all the fun and games and the Hollywood drama you see. Like, people don't realize the culture, the horrors of it. You know, you don't see, like, obviously, it's another movie I like, Born on the 4th of July, since it is 4th of July weekend. And I can't remember his name now. Somebody please correct me. I can't think of his name.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, but no, the real life who he plays. Oh gosh, Ron. Is it Ron? It's Ron, right? I'm gonna look it up now. It's gonna drive me nuts. He was a veteran, and he became one of the biggest in the hippie movement. He actually turned and he boycotted the military, and he spoke out about his service. Let me see. I know he's from Massachusetts. Ron Kovic. Thank you. It's gonna drive me nuts. But again, the sequence of events where, you know, obviously, I think the story is somewhat true to reality. If I remember, I know he wrote a book about it. He became the greatest protester. He spoke out, you know, after he came back. He was wounded, injured, you know. But like the sequences of the friendly fire and, you know, killing his own men, you know, and the problem of being, like, you know, persecuted for that. Obviously, it's not a great thing, but in the line of duty, there, like, you're out in the battlefield, you know, bullets are flying, you can't see, you know, you're disoriented, you don't know what's going on. A lot of these accidental things happen. We could go the whole, again, just to pay homage to, not say it's a bad thing, the Pat Tillman situation there, obviously.
I was just thinking about that.
You know, it's so, like, accidental things happen. It wasn't a person, you know, like, what was that one strike that was recently, years ago, the U.S. hit and killed enemies, but also the Russians were there too, and they got mad because they were there. Like, it was a friendly fire mixed with a hitting enemy target. Like, things happen, but the depiction, to see these in films, like, again, I find it's important. I love the history of it. I'm trying to help people understand, like, I love the Civil War is a big one for me. That's just a great period of history. It's the hardest part of a country here. But, like, the fun and game, you don't realize, I said this to people, obviously the joke is there's not a lot of Civil War veterans, right? It was such a brutal art of warfare that not many men survive, because that's like pure combat at its finest, close up.
Right.
And a lot of these boys are running away with sugar plums in their head. I'm going to be a soldier, play army and stuff. They join the ranks at 15, 16. But what happens? They start seeing bodies drop to the left and the right of them. This isn't fun anymore. You get out in the field. You know, it's the first bullet you take. Maybe it's a headshot. You might get lucky if you die. Otherwise, you're laying out in the field bleeding to death, which is the ultimate, you know, death. Or it could be laying out in the frozen tundra, all that stuff. But when you see films, like, it's not the graphicness. It's just the realism. Like, for me, I'm curious I want to understand it. I want people, like, I want you to get the right depiction of it, not Hollywood version of, oh, this is so wonderful, this is glamorous, this is, you know,
Well,
the
you know what's
things you
funny
don't see.
is they gave a lot of crap to Lawrence Fishburne because when he did Apocalypse Now, he was 14.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're supposed to be 18 to work on that set. He was 14, but that would have been the reality of some of the people involved in the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember, you probably don't know him, but there was an old Leaf goalie called Johnny Bauer that went on to play for years and years and years. Johnny Bauer joined the Canadian military at the age of 16. Like, can you imagine going to the theater of war at 16 years old?
We'll go back further. I mean, like I said, Civil War era, they had the drummer boys. Usually, are about 10 to 12 years old when they started. But they were instructed, though. The officers would say, "Listen, you're just, well, technically they're only boys. They're not even barely old enough to shave. If fighting gets ferocious and we start losing bodies, your job is you start taking bullets coming at you. You throw down your instruments. You pick up a rifle just like the man next to you, because it's life or death situation of, like the old saying, you get caught in the foxhole. There's only so many options you have left because the enemy's not going to stop firing at you. So you can lay there and wait, or you fight your way out, or whatever it is. So, you just to understand the realism. And again, like you said, you got to push the envelope because Hollywood always kind of caps it, censorship for that reason. I still don't understand. I guess they want to bury the truth. I guess that's the best way to put it.
What was the Vietnam movie with Michael J. Fox and Sean Penn? Is that Casualties of War? That one?
Are you thinking of Platoon?
Yeah, my dad was in the Vietnam War.
That was Charlie Sheen and William Dafoe.
Okay, that's right. That's right. There's so many, I get them mixed up there. I don't.
No. I think it was Casualties of War.
It could have been. It could have been.
I remember that one being really good. The other big one that nobody's mentioned is the Thin Red Line. Thin Red Line was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Anyways,
when you say Casualties of War, there is a one of the books that they when you're in certain schooling that they make you read is called The Art of War. It's an old.
I love that book. It's one of my favorites.
Kurosawa.
And but it's called Collateral Damage. And what you do is you engage, and you're like, okay, how many people are going to die that aren't military? What's the less amount of people that we can have with collateral damage?
Yep.
And then what's the greater? Do we take care of this to save tens of thousands, and we're going to have casualties of war, or do we just not do anything? So they just make decisions on, well, it is what it is,
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time. Sorry. But of course they don't want to say that, but
no.
It's just like, if you're, what do you do when you have when you're over in, say, the Middle East, and you've got, a 12-year-old kid walking your way, and they've got strapped full of stuff. You're telling them to stop, they won't stop. You know what's going to happen, so you got to make a decision. What do you do?
Yep.
Well,
And that's the sad part. Like I said, and I say this too. I think, I honestly, soldiers are going to do their duty. I pay huge respect to the men that served in Vietnam. Because obviously soldiers go where they're told to go. They follow orders. That's just how know. Because the thing that bothers me, and you guys, you've seen that when they're coming back being pelted with food and stuff, the baby killer, the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are you blaming the men? You blame the government sent them there. They follow orders. It's not, they don't want to go, but soldiers believe in duty and honor and commitment and all that stuff. Like, they're going to go where they're told to go. But so why do you blame them? Yes, they held the rifles, but somebody else calls those shots, right? I mean, that's why I always say
it's called, when stuff like that happens, it's called shit rolls downhill.
Yeah.
It starts at the top. Well, they're not going to take the blame.
They don't want the blame,
And it goes down. So when it comes to the soldier, if you will, shit rolls downhill. You guys are the one that's going to, and it's exactly right. If you, in war, if you do not obey a direct order, that is considered basically treason, if you will, and they will shoot you.
They'll shoot you. Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll be like, and you can't argue, you can't reason, you can't, but it's like, you joined up, you knew what you were joining up for.
Yeah.
Do the
perfect
order,
perfect example. I love this movie. I just watched, obviously, A Few Good Men is legendary for that, the big scene there with, and And the thing is, I had to explain this because I was watching this with friends one time in the whole court case, and obviously they were found not guilty of murdering Private Santiago, but they were still kicked out of the Corps.
Sure.
Well, why? Because the jury of their peers, fellow Marines, they were unbecoming. Their actions, even though they were found not guilty of the murder, their conduct was unbecoming of a United States Marine. They're a disgrace to the uniform. It's like that fraternity. They're being dishonorably discharged because there's still consequence of you followed the orders, yes, but you knew it was wrong. And they say, I guess I remember, it has been a while since I read it, but in certain cases, your soldiers, if an order is, what's the term? Not abuse of power, but if it's beyond reason and like they have certain circumstances, they're you have to question that if it seems ridiculous in manner of speaking. There's certain stipulations to those rules, but they followed the actions of you still chose to do this. Yes, you were trying to be good soldiers, you're trying to follow the orders, but it still cost you because you were doing your duty was unbecoming of representing the uniform. So there's like there's so many logistics to it that
they have that, especially on like ships and submarines. If a captain goes to a certain point of what you're just talking about, there is within the military code of justice, you can relieve the captain of his duties because he's just that you're stepping over the line, and so that is 100% accurate that you can do that as an enlisted person. You don't have to be a fellow officer to do that. So
it's kind of like the old days. You remember back in the days, obviously it was a different time than different countries, but the whole mutiny effect, like if obviously they cleaned it up, it's different in a military, but the olden days on ships, they overthrow the captain because it's abuse of power and the crew gets tired of, similar context. But, and that's why I said there's such rules in place for a reason. Obviously it's to protect everybody, but but they don't tell these stories. You don't see you don't, and people don't ask the question. Like I always say, first of all, I want to say, and you mentioned that, thank you for your service. I always like to thank men that do that. I fully support 100%. We wouldn't be where we are without fine gentlemen like yourself that have given to this country. And I'm happy. I get to see my job. I see a lot of veterans shop today. I get to talk to them. If I see they wear a hat or something, I go out of my way. I had a guy, he's like, kind of surprised. I'm like, well, I want to thank you. He goes, well, thank you. Don't thank me. I didn't do what you did. I'm here because of you. So I want to recognize and respect you. I have a whole respect for what you did. And sometimes they'll share a bit, but when you think about it, and I said this one guy. I said one time, he kind of like, I'm very thankful for what you did. He goes, oh, it wasn't a big deal. It is a big deal. Like it really is. I mean, I know for some men it's like, I just did what I had to do. I put my time in, but you really served a purpose. And I'm like, I'm genuinely thanking you because I really do appreciate. And I was very thankful. I loved studying the history of the military growing up. That was just, and again, I have family and a lot of branches. I learned that.
That's like Jen's dad was a communications officer in World War II. He was in Africa.
What do y'all think about the draft?
About coming back? Talk about bringing that back?
No, the draft, like when you get drafted.
In general?
Like to make you do it?
Yeah, because my dad was drafted in the Vietnam.
Well, that was their form of doing it because no one was going to join. They're like, fuck that, I'm not joining.
We'll be honest.
Like,
who's going to,
Yeah, they're going to like, well, we're going to do a draft. And that was their way of forcing you. But let me tell you something about that. When I was in boot camp, and I've done boot camp twice for two different military segments, one Army, one Navy. And when I was in boot camp, of course, everyone's talking and in downtime. They still do it today, but back then when criminals, I had many criminals in my company, and they would say, well, I had a choice of going to prison or I had a choice of going to the military, and I'm here,
Yeah.
So, and half our platoon was criminals of all sorts, even attempted murderers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the draft, to answer your question, that was just a way of making you do it because no one was going to do it.
They weren't going to, no. That's like saying you're going to go over and you're going to die. So who's going to, let me just sign up right now, on my own free volition.
There would have been a certain percentage of people who feel it's a patriotic duty to do it.
Sure, absolutely.
Some do, yeah, I'm sure that's absolutely. But the faction's
But-
still smaller than most, though, I would think, and that even still with that.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So-
it's like if I like what I was watching the other day with my son, Pirates of the Caribbean, and when Jack Sparrow was like, "I call parlay," and and I was telling my son, I'm like, "Hey, even way back then, I said they bring that in today's society. What
Yep.
that basically means is you want to call a peaceful meeting with the enemy, if you will."
Yep.
And that is the rules of engagement to where they're not going to do anything to you.
Right.
Because that is, again, an unwritten rule of respect on both sides, no matter where you're from.
Now, my general question, I'm curious, and feel free not to have to answer. I love, like I said, this is one of the things I love to talk about. What was the highest rank you achieved, Glenn, when you were in service?
Oh, I went in to service as an enlisted.
Okay.
And then when my time was up, I stayed in as a reserve. And
Okay.
I went to college, got my degree, and then I became a lieutenant.
Okay.
So,
First or second? First or second lieutenant?
First.
First? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I started at the bottom, and
work your way up. Yeah. I honestly, I was
gonna say, did having your degree help you rise at all?
As far as rank wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about rank wise is what they do is, yes, it does. It is a technical thing. But
Yeah.
to get, like, say, if you want to go to, from warrant officer to chief petty officer or whatever, there is steps, if you will. And even with officers, you got to take a test, and that test, no matter what you do or what you have done, if you don't pass their written test, if you will, you don't get the other rank. It doesn't matter if you've served 10 years. That one thing I don't agree with. I think being promoted should be on merit, things that
merit
you've done.
basis.
Not because some people. I was with this guy. He never made it past captain, and his name he was Captain Stiggers. He was an African American dude, and he had test anxiety.
Okay.
So he's like, dude, when it comes to writing shit down, he goes, I just go, I can't.
I go blank.
The one thing I'll say about it though is, based on merit is subjective. A test is objective. You get it, you get it. You don't, you don't.
Right.
So
that can't be the basis.
If you prove it in the
efficient.
field, if you prove what they're testing you on, you just got done proving it in an actual scenario, then they should see, oh, he knows it. He did it. He just did it, because back when, way back when military started in the 1700s, they didn't have a written test. I mean, you were promoted by, different. Okay, the higher, I will say this, the most difficult is the Marines.
Right.
And then you have the Army, then you have the Navy, and then the most lax, which I don't know why they do it, but they make
Coast Guard,
Air Force.
Oh, Air Force. Okay.
Well, yeah, definitely the Coast Guard. But when it comes to boot camp, Air Force has it like it's like a summer camp. So
is the Coast Guard considered military?
Technically, yes. Technically, yes. Because they guard. If you go from land to horizon is 14.5 miles. So once you get past the not the international date line, but the 15th mile out there, that's international waters.
Yeah.
So when the Coast Guard guards that, it is a military type regime, if you will, but they just don't engage in war activities unless it's absolutely
necessary.
Resort.
It's funny, and you mentioned this. I want to bring this up because you said this, and this is also one of my favorite films for this reason, and I'm sure you're probably familiar with it. But we're talking about what makes a good officer. Sometimes the lowers know more. It's the knowledge thing, like who gets promoted by what. Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, Clint Eastwood, yeah.
My favorite there, obviously the major there is he's a pencil pusher. He's no field experience. He didn't, Gunny Highway's been there. He was in Nam, and he's 20 some years in the Corps. They're trying to force him out. Blah blah blah. In the sequence when they do the war games, and obviously he's like, what is this shit? We're not going to be dummies just to be taken out. He goes, well, we're not. the CO said we're supposed to be his. Because I'm not giving him the victory. I didn't join the military for that reason. You know,
Right.
he's like, but he goes at the end when he meets his old commander from when they were in Nam. He goes, "Do I know you?" He goes, "Yeah." Why? He goes, "I'm in Nam." He goes, "Well, I'd like to hear what he has to say." He goes past the major. He goes, "Yeah, but sir," I goes, "Yeah, but I know the gunny sergeant. He and I we did service together." And I'm looking at it from field experience because the major's like, "Oh yeah, I trust the system." And he goes, "What do you think, Gunny?" He goes, "I think this is shit. If I'm gonna be, sir, with all due respect, sir, But I like the whole he sees. I mean, he might not raise higher than that, but he's seasoned because he's like, "Listen, I've been there before. You're wiping your nose on your mother's, So, but it's just a nice depiction with seeing like the realities of it. And I love Clint Eastwood. I think he's a great actor.
Are you going to tell me that Stripes wasn't realistic?
You mean? You're kidding, right?
Are you talking like with Bill Murray and John Candy?
I'm kidding. Yes, I'm kidding.
Yes. Yeah,
I will say one thing. I witnessed. I was being transported from Hawaii to the Philippines. It was 2 weeks. I was on a DDG-24 guided missile destroyer, the smallest ship in the Navy, and I was just being transported. I didn't have to do shit. I just chilled out, whatever. I was basically. I asked if I could learn helm, which is how to steer the ship. You had to keep the needle in this. It fascinated me. I'm like, hey, can you guys teach me what's up? So I was on the bridge one night. It's probably around midnight or so, and there was a conversation off between an officer, an older officer and younger officer, and they have a list on the wall and that they could put stuff on, and there was a red line. So if you're lost at sea, they put a red line on there, and it is just kind of a lost at sea kind of thing. There was some insubordinate activities going on, and without threatening, the person threatens, and they give the story about how you can be lost at sea, and and they looked at him, put the hand on the shoulder. I will never forget this, and they were like, "You don't want to be lost at sea, do you?" They were saying something without saying it, but the other person knew exactly what was being said. And I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't say nothing, but I remember that like it was yesterday. I remember everything about it. So there's stuff that goes on that even though you might be a high-ranking officer, some people just have egos. I am like say a lieutenant. People fucking enlisted men, excuse my language, hate them.
I know.
Hate them
I've heard.
Just because you go to college, like a lot of lieutenants come in from college with zero military experience.
Yep,
those are the ones. Yes,
pure book knowledge. They haven't been in the field. They haven't done anything.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, those are the ones that are disdained.
Yep, and I mean I get it. Like this is the thing. Like that's why I love. That's the whole point. Like you can tell the vibe from the Heartbreak Ridge when he first comes in, and he's like, and I love Clint Eastwood's demeanor because you can tell. Like, and he's poking shots. I don't like officers. I just don't like. They know everything.
Yeah.
And, you haven't been there, and he's trying so hard to be respectful. Obviously, because he's highly outranked. Because huge difference from a gunnery sergeant to a major is a pretty big gap, but he's pretty much telling him without telling him directly, like, I don't like you. And I rely on my experience and then of course he's flaunting, goes, well, I'm a higher rank. And he goes, listen, I did 2 tours. I think he did 2 tours in Nam or something. He tells the story. He's like, before you start flaunting your little oak leaf on your shoulder. And yes, I only have my stripes here, but I was in the field. I earned these, blood. And you talk about easy ways to get promoted too. Sometimes is obviously battlefield promotion. Someone dies. The next man's got to move up. But just the dialogue, it's like, and you could just feel like the realism, and it's like even the stare-offs when they're standing there. Like I forget, there's one line somewhere in there where he kind of calls him like an asshole some way, but in a very smart way. And he's like, with all due respect, sir, you're an a-hole, but still with.
It's like a play on words. As long as you give the respect, you can say what you want to say without directly saying it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you just said it. As long as you end it with "sir," that's all they hear. They hear the respect. They're like, well, they may not like this, but they still respect me.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting.
One of my favorite war movies that I've only seen once or twice, but it really affected me was Das Boot. And why I like Das Boot was it was not that I'm sympathetic to the Germans, but it gave you a vision of them as to what they were like, and ain't any different than what the Americans or the Brits or whoever was like. It gave a sense of reality and realism, I thought, in a way that a lot of war movies don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see
I
that.
mean, well, the way that, because I spent some time when I was in the Army, I was over in Bremerhaven, Germany. And of course, you're talking to German military people, and we got on the subject of Hitler. And we were at a pub, and I don't know who brought it up, but they ultimately throughout the night, there was an older gentleman there, and he was telling stories and whatnot. Well, Hitler kind of like, he ruled by fear. If you didn't do what he said, he'll kill you, or have you killed. Something will happen to you. So a lot of the soldiers, especially the enlisted young guys, they served out of fear. You know, because if they did anything against the Fuhrer, they're gonna die, or their family's gonna die.
No question. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, the Russians do that. You know, a lot of the Koreans, the Chinese. I mean, their military is a total different beast. Different beast. You know, and I've trained with military people from around the world, and I've just seen the way that they're being taught, talked to, the way they act. Some of them are just like boom, black and white. And I would say 100% the most respectful military force is the English Army, English Navy, English Air Force. The English, holy shit, they are the most respect. They do it for the queen, now the king, but they do it. They fight for the queen. They get along with each other. I've never seen them argue. I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? And they were like, what's wrong with you guys? You know?
You're right.
And,
well, Sam, what I was thinking is, I mean, I hate winding it up, but I'd love to finish with some 4th of July trivia.
We can do that. I just want to ask one more question for Glenn, because this is great, because I know he's kind of both of this, and I want to see if anybody else knows this, but I'm sure, Glenn, you might know this clearly, but you're familiar with the term wind talkers, right?
Wind talkers.
Mm-hmm. And for those at home knowing, those were Native Americans that were used to translate over the radio.
Yeah,
didn't
the Navajos.
The last one just die last year?
Something like that. But here's a fun question for you guys. Do you know why they use the Native Americans to do that?
Yeah, because no one knew the language.
Exactly.
No one knew the language. No other country in the world, they never heard of Native Americans, some of them. And so they would
Unbreakable Code. Unbreakable Code, yep.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they tried.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say. The other thing is
history.
The native language.
He does that.
The native language. Some words mean 5 different things.
Right.
So it would even mess up, even if they knew the language.
Sure.
It's not necessarily a sure thing.
But the problem was the Native Americans that were there were trained. They could speak German, Japanese. They knew the Axis powers there, but none of the Germans, Japanese, they couldn't understand the Navajo language. No matter how hard they tried to crack the code, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I always love that. That's a great movie too, but that was another good one. But it was just unique because you see the little things you don't realize, like, and it's just great to show the appreciation for that too, because obviously it worked. There's so many great sequences where the native men that spoke that were able to break a lot of codes from the Germans, from the Nazis, and from Japan. But every time they spoke to the Americans, it was in Navajo, and they're like, the hell are they talking? They just could not figure out the code.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I just want to point that out. But yes, Bill, we can do some trivia. That's one of our favorite games. We can crown another champion actually tonight. We give Carmelo the honor of being the hot sauce champion. But we do have. Depending on which game are we talking? Are we talking general trivia?
This one is 4th of July trivia, multiple choice, A, B, C, D, and pick the right one.
Okay, and then of course, whoever has the most. How many questions are we looking at? Just off the cuff, we'll pick a number.
Like I've got 35, but we can do 10.
Woo.
I don't care.
We can. Well, let's go through. We'll see. Whoever's the highest score, we'll crown the champion. We'll do that, and then we'll let the guests go first. I guess we'll let ladies go first. So.
Oh, is she there now? Okay.
Danielle, yeah, she's not Amber. Danielle.
Oh, Danielle. Oh, sorry, I thought it was talking.
Amber's here from World Support. She's not feeling well. She did say hello to everybody. She's just not feeling as well to be on camera, but she wants to be here. So.
Okay. Sleep well, Amby. Sleep well. Number 1. What document is celebrated on the 4th of July? A, the U.S. Constitution. B, the Bill of Rights. C, the Declaration of Independence. Or D, the Articles of Confederation.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
C. Wait. C, yeah?
Is it?
C is the answer.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll give Glenn gets a point. Okay, we can open it. Okay.
Number 2. In what year was the Declaration of Independence adopted? A, 1774. B, 1775. C, 1776. Or D, 1781.
C again.
C is also the answer. Yeah.
C.
Okay, let me go down to the bottom. Yes,
that's what
C.
Because we had a quarter. We had a quarter that said in 1976 they had a commencing quarter from 1776 to 1976. So
I have several of those. I collect them. They're great. Yep.
Nice.
Number 3. Which city hosted the Second Continental Congress? A, Boston. B, Philadelphia. C, New York City. Or D, Williamsburg.
I'm going with B, Philadelphia.
Yeah, B.
B.
It is B,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia. All right. Who was the main author of the Declaration of Independence? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin.
The answer is B.
Yeah. Well, wait.
You're correct.
The main author, the main writer.
I know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
the others
most famous. Do you know the most famous signature on there?
John Hancock.
There you go. It's the biggest one.
And why did he write so big?
That I don't know.
He wanted, it's a love letter to the king, and he said, I want to make sure King George doesn't need his bifocals to know that I signed it.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Number 5. Who was the king of Great Britain when America declared independence? King George I, King George II, King William IV, or King Edward VII?
Well, he kind of gave us the answer. I'm going to go with King George II.
Sorry, yeah, I did. It is.
Okay. It's 5. Oh, sorry. Number 5.
No, it was
it's
me.
B, King George III. King George III.
Yes.
Third. I didn't hear the third.
King George III, yeah.
Yeah, King George III. Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. Number 6. Which war was being fought when the Declaration was signed? The Civil War, the French and Indian War, the American Revolutionary War, or the War of 1812?
That would be C.
The Indian, because the first one was in the, I think 2 out of the 4 was in the 1800s. So it kind of.
The Indian War was that was the British and the French, but it's the American Revolution though. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, it is letter C. That is correct.
Because the document started. I know where Glenn's coming from, but that actually the war with the native tribe, that was the British and the French right before the American Revolution, which is why the native tribes actually chose sides during the Revolution. Most cases, most tribes actually. Some tribes, believe it or not, sorry, fun fact: most tribes actually chose to fight for Britain because the king offered a parley with native tribes. But there were some tribes that sided with the colonists too because they wanted freedom and independence, and they saw America as a bright, I guess, potential future. At that time, we were still friends.
Sure.
More so.
Yeah.
So, yep. Go ahead.
Number 7. Which famous American said July 2nd, not July 4th, would be celebrated by future generations?
Ooh.
George Washington, John Adams, Alexander Hamilton, or Paul Revere?
Hamilton.
Check.
I think I'm going to go with that route too.
It's John Adams.
Darn it.
Oh, the beer. Okay.
It's because July 2nd they signed it. July 4th it was ratified, but all the signatures were on the 2nd. Yep.
Number 9. Which founding father was famous for flying a kite in an electricity?
Come on now. Can we just say the answer? Can we just
He's
say
on
it?
the $100 bill.
Yeah.
Is it Thomas Paine? Is it Ben Franklin? Is it Samuel Adams? Or is it John Hancock?
Franklin.
Ben Franklin. And fun, do you know
Ben
that actually that's the key to your great grandmother's house, Bill?
No, it's the key to Miley's room.
Oh, okay.
Number 10. Oh, you even talked about this in your little Yemener. Whose signature is the largest on the Declaration of Independence?
John Hancock.
John Hancock.
You're John
Number
Hancock,
11.
please.
What were American colonists who supported independence often called?
Oh, that's
Loyalists,
easy.
Patriots, Redcoats, Tories.
What was the first one?
Loyalists.
So, Loyalists, Patriots, Redcoats, or Tories?
Oh, I'd go with Loyalists too.
See, I feel like that's a trick question because some of them are called Tories too.
Wasn't it Redcoat?
No, Redcoats are the British soldiers.
Yeah.
Patriots.
Where what?
Patriots.
Really?
Is that where the Boston football team gets their name? The New England Patriots?
Maybe. Could be.
I would imagine so, or at least have some sort of influence on it for sure.
Yeah.
Number
sure.
12. What were colonists who remained loyal to Britain often called?
Okay.
Patriots, rebels, loyalists, or Minutemen?
C.
I'm going to go with Loyalists.
Loyalists.
12. Yes, C. Royalists.
Loyalists. Yep.
Sweet.
Number 13. What nickname was commonly used for British soldiers? Blue coats, red coats, green coats, Iron Men.
Fun fact.
Redcoats.
Yep, they're also known as lobsterbacks too.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
Number 14. Which military leader became the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army?
Oh, come on.
Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, George Washington, or Benedict Arnold?
I'm seeing that movie this week actually. I'm really looking forward to it. It's releasing in theaters actually this weekend. But it's George Washington.
Yes, it is.
I can't wait to see Young Washington. It's in theaters this week.
Which famous crossing helped lead to an American victory at Trenton?
Oh, come on.
Crossing of the Mississippi, crossing of the Potomac, crossing of the Delaware, crossing of the Hudson.
It's C.
Yeah, Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
Crossing
On
the-
Christmas Day.
Number 16. What winter camp became a symbol of hardship for Washington's army? Bunker Hill, Valley Forge, Yorktown, or Saratoga?
Valley Forge.
Yeah.
But fun fact, they actually said most soldiers in their memoir said Monmouth, New Jersey was actually worse.
It is B, Valley Forge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What number?
I've been there. It's nice.
Number 17 we're at. Which battle is often considered the turning point of the Revolutionary War? A, the Battle of Saratoga. B, the Battle of Gettysburg. C, the Battle of New Orleans. And D, the Battle of Fort Sumter.
Okay, well, it's not Sumter and it's not Gettysburg. That's the Civil War. Oh, I know this answer. I'm going to let them go first. I know the answer, but
Yeah, I would have got it based on elimination.
Right. What was C again?
The Battle of New Orleans.
Battle of New Orleans.
Oh shit.
Saratoga, Gettysburg, New Orleans, or Sumter?
Saratoga.
It is Saratoga.
Yeah, it is Saratoga. Battle of New Orleans was World War II.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, no, the Johnny Horton song.
Yeah, that's the War of 1812.
Or 1812, sorry. 1812.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
because New Orleans is fought on American soil there, Bill.
That's right. That was the one American.
That was a trick question in college. A lot in history, they would ask when was the War of 1812, and like 90% of the class got it wrong.
Yeah, you do
because they thought it was. They were like, oh, it was.
And
it was. Yeah.
And fun fact too, you know why Saratoga was the turning point? You know what happened there, right? That's where before he turned, become one of America's famous traitors, that's where Benedict Arnold rallied the troops. He lost his leg there at Saratoga.
Oh, wow.
Before he became a traitor, obviously, but that's beside the point.
Number 18. Which country became a key ally of the Americans after Saratoga?
Oh, come on.
Spain, France, Germany, or Canada?
Oui, oui, bonjour, monsieur. Je ne veux pas. Parlez-vous français?
Mm-hmm.
Je ne veux.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's France.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I
19.
believe. In all that realm there, that's what I believe. Because one of the most famous cognacs is King Louis XIII.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was formed right about that time.
That time frame. Yep.
Yeah.
Which treaty officially ended the Revolutionary War? The Treaty of Versailles, the Treaty of Paris, the Treaty of Ghent, or the Treaty of Yorktown?
Ooh, pick me. Ooh.
You know what? I don't know, but I'm going with Yorktown.
That's a good guess. That was the last battle, but I'm sorry, Glenn, you're wrong. Ooh, me.
What is
Pick
it,
me.
Sam?
And bonus,
What
I'll
is
give
it,
you the
Sam?
date too. It's the Treaty of Paris, and it was signed in 1783.
Jeez, all right.
Okay, so now you just got
I
number
loved
20.
American history at A+ in class. Yeah.
Number 20 was what year did the Revolutionary War end? 1783.
1783.
Okay.
I'll give you the answer. There you go. You're
So
welcome.
We'll go to 21. What
Sorry.
was a common Revolutionary era drink?
Oh.
Root beer float, hard cider, cola, or iced coffee?
I'm going with hard cider.
Yeah, I would go with that. That just doesn't make much sense with anything else, but
yeah,
it is hard cider. They like their booze.
Did you ever have gunpowder tea?
Gunpowder.
You know,
what?
they did. Soldiers would take their cartridges, they dump the powder and make tea out of the gunpowder and drink it.
Very interesting.
Yep.
I would consider, because the reason why I thought about hard cider is because the fruit sitting around, it's fermented.
Yep.
And it ferments pretty quickly and pretty easily. So hard cider, you know.
Hard cider.
Okay. 22. Yeah. Which food would have been common in colonial America? Cornbread, pizza rolls, nachos, or French fries?
Yee. Based on that,
cornbread.
Cornbread. Most soldiers would carry it in their haversack. Yeah, cornbread.
Yeah.
There we go.
Number 23. What type of meat was commonly preserved with salt during the Revolutionary era? Beef or pork? Chicken nuggets, turkey bacon, or hot dogs?
Okay.
There was called some. I know what it is, but it was called. Some people called it, like in the 1800s, they called it jerked beef.
Right.
It was the what was the first one he said?
It's salted pork. Yep, it's pork.
Yes. Beef or pork?
Yes.
Beef or
pork.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
The pork, yeah.
Now, because you were in the military, so did you guys use pemmican?
Pemmican.
What's pemmican?
Pemmican. That's the native bread. That's like the hardtack. Like
that's fry bread. That's
I was gonna say
Okay.
They don't call it that. Usually hardtack is usually the more common. Yeah.
Okay, because pemmican is what they call the natives up here. But
well, that's Canada though. Yeah.
Well, I just thought it was a universal.
Nope.
Okay. Well, whichever.
Yeah, fry bread was one of the easiest things to make.
Yep.
Was it? Yeah, it had like 3 ingredients, didn't it? Like water, butter, and flour, or whatever.
Basically.
24. Which modern 4th of July food would not have been common in 1776? Apple pie, cornbread, hot dogs and buns, roasted meat.
Hot dogs and buns.
Yeah, well, yeah. And that's
because they weren't even invented.
Not that time. Yeah, no.
Did they have bologna back then?
Yeah. It wasn't cheap though. It wasn't expensive meats to get. You know, you had a budget.
What do they call that? It's in like when I first went to Louisiana. It was like in all kinds of gas stations. It was like it wasn't technically bologna, but it was something that you ate with crackers. But it was like a combination.
Oh yeah, I can't. I know. I can't think of it either. What?
Spam?
No, that's
not spam. I can't think of it's gonna drive me nuts. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it's like all over, like even at a general gas station. Boom. And I tried it, and it was delicious.
It actually is. People say, it's not as bad until you try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a pate?
It's a little firmer. But
Yeah.
you eat it
Little
with
firmer.
They give you crackers, yeah.
Okay. Which dessert is strongly associated with American culture and 4th of July celebrations? Apple pie, tiramisu, baklava, or creme brulee?
Apple pie.
Well, they say it's as simple as apple pie. So.
Well, I don't know, but have you ever heard about how good baklava is?
Yes, but it's not made
delicious. Well, back in like the day, they had a commercial that the song was baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. That's like the most American thing.
Yep.
I
So
remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
What activity is now strongly associated with the 4th of July celebration? Oh, this is a toughie. Fireworks, pumpkin carving, Easter egg hunts, or Valentine exchanges?
Gee, I wonder. Are you sure it's not carving pumpkins? It's fireworks.
Well,
Boom.
They could have been out in the field. They could have been out in the field and they ate pumpkins raw.
Yeah, not the best, but yeah.
Okay, fireworks became popular in America partly because they symbolized what? Health and fashion, celebration, victory, and public joy, farming success, or winter survival.
I would call it's more of a celebration. I would say winter survival.
That's what I was going to go with too.
Yeah, because
B, celebration, victory, and public joy.
Yeah, see, still.
28. What was one common form of public entertainment in the 1700s? Radio shows, public reading and speeches, dog hunts.
Hear ye. Okay, well, it's not that. Oh,
what's the last one?
Movie theaters.
Oh God, no! I'd go dog hunts, like pheasant hunting and stuff.
That's what. I was gonna go with that. Or would you say entertainment? I mean, were speeches really entertaining? Hear ye. I mean, they did it a lot, but form of entertainment.
The answer is B, public readings and speeches.
And I guess if you're that bored. Yeah, I guess if you're that bored.
Boy, is that entertaining.
Yeah, like watching the grass grow, but yeah.
29. Which printed material helped persuade colonists to support independence?
Oh, that's easy.
A, Common Sense. B, the Federalist Papers. C, Poor Richard's Almanac only. Or D, Uncle Tom's Cabin.
I think Uncle Tom's Cabin was more 1800s.
That was during the Civil War era, yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's not that.
Yeah.
You said to encourage people though for the.
To support independence.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was written by Thomas Paine.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah,
Glenn, I'll let Glenn. I don't want to overstep Glenn for that. But I can give you the answer, but if you don't know that, yeah.
What was the first two?
The Common Sense and the Federalist Papers.
The Federalist Papers.
I'm going to number 2, Federalist Papers.
The answer is A, Common Sense.
Okay.
The Federalist Papers were the precursor to the Constitution and all that stuff.
All right.
So the number 30 is who wrote Common Sense? Who is it, Justin?
Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine.
Yep.
I thought they were going to get into Jean-Jacques Rousseau, talking about people being.
No, Thomas Paine. That was his form of rebellion, and the British didn't like it because that was like the town crier paper to kind of rouse the American people. So he wasn't very popular in the British sectors, if you will.
What did many colonial children do for fun? Played hoops, marbles, and simple outdoor games. Played video games. Watched cartoons. Rode electric scooters.
Gee.
I didn't. What?
Rode electric scooters? No.
Yeah.
I did not know they had marbles back then.
You know what? The funny thing is they did, but they weren't cheap. They were expensive. So
they're made of
because they're made of glass. So like they had to save up a lot of allowance to buy them. Yep.
Well, I figured it was eyeballs.
Wow. Well, they're glass. I'm thinking about glass was a harder material, so it was harder to come by. Like not like some people use wooden marbles, like they could make, but
sure
wouldn't last that long.
It's though simple games and hoops and you hoop with a stick and yep.
What kind of music might people have heard during Revolutionary era gatherings? Fife and drum music, jazz, rock and roll, or hip hop?
G.
No, but what's our music called? Hip hop? You know, like hippity hop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would go, obviously, what was the first one you said?
It's fife and drum. That's the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, theoretically, a form of jazz could have been there. Like, that's one of the earliest forms, right? 33. Which woman is traditionally credited with making an early American flag, though historians debate the details? Abigail Adams, Betsy Ross, Martha Washington, or Dolly Madison?
It's Betsy Ross, yep.
Dolly Madison's a good snack, though.
Yeah.
34. Which founding father later became the third president of the United States? I'm not
come
giving you a
on.
choice.
I know the answer. Anybody?
Ben Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Hancock, or Samuel Adams?
Yeah, the J dude. Number $20 bill.
Thomas Jefferson is correct. Yeah. Last one.
And actually, Andrew Jackson's on the $20 bill.
Oh shit!
Which?
Oh my god!
Thomas Jefferson's on the nickel and the $2 bill.
This is the last question, and it's the trickiest.
Okay.
Which two former presidents both died on the 4th of July, 1826?
Oh.
50th anniversary of independence.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it George Washington and James Madison? Is it John Adams and Thomas Jefferson? Is it Abe Lincoln and Andrew Johnson? Or is it James Monroe and John Quincy Adams?
I know this answer, but I'll wait. I'll let the guest go first.
Well, I know Lincoln died in the theater. I don't think they had the 4th of July while he was watching the theater because he could be off doing something else for celebration.
Yep. He died April 15th, 1865. So that's right. Yeah, okay. Correct.
I've been to the theater.
Not Ford's Theater, you haven't?
I guess not that one, no.
Yeah.
No, I think I have. Whereabouts is Ford's Theater?
Is that no? He was in Washington right after that. It's in this. Yeah.
Is it Baltimore?
Well, it might be Baltimore. Yeah, it's right across the border.
Because I've been to Baltimore, and I'm pretty sure they have the one place where he was that's all cordoned off.
So give them the other names just to help again. So it's not Lincoln in that. So give
George Washington and James Madison. John
Washington
Adams
or Madison.
And Thomas Jefferson. Abe Lincoln and Andrew Johnson.
It's not
James
that one.
Monroe and John Adams.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to go D.
It's not D.
Well,
then B.
What do you say?
Well, let's see, Danielle. Do you have a guess?
I'm thinking maybe B.
It's it's Adams and Jefferson.
That was B.
Correct.
Yeah, 50 years apart. Yep.
Another fun fact that, like in America, when foreigners come and get their citizenship, technically speaking, they know more about like U.S. history than we do.
They have to learn it for the naturalization for the citizenship.
Yeah.
Like even though I have a history degree, there'll be people that are taking the test that'll ask us about some specific explorer back in 1842. You know,
see, I was one of those kids. I was the nerd. I loved American history, especially if you can't tell. Like I don't know. I just had an affinity. I just kind of read every book I could on everything and tried to like understand, you know.
Okay, how about this? When he died, he was the most decorated U.S. veteran left alive, and he was an actor in big level films.
Ronald Reagan.
Wait. Well, hold on. No, yeah, Reagan was in
He
film.
died.
I automatically
I'm gonna say he died in about the early 2000s, late 90s, that kind of.
Oh, that's Ron. It's Ronald. It'd be Ronald Reagan then.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan. Yeah.
No. Jimmy Carter.
No, Jimmy Carter lived till like almost 100.
Yeah, he just died. Who? I don't know. Do we have any?
Was in a very famous movie opposite Dustin Hoffman.
Well, the only president I know of that was like in the movies and whatnot was Reagan.
No. It wasn't a president. Yeah. He's just a former military that was the most.
Oh, you got to be
still alive.
specific. See, that's the loot. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
All right,
It had to
I
be
was thinking
somebody
president.
who was still alive.
He's still
but
alive.
The most at the time, and he was the most
Decorated.
decorated American left alive. But he was a very fairly famous actor.
And he acted along which side? Who was it?
Dustin Hoffman in a very famous movie of the early '80s.
Oh, it's not. I want to say I don't think it's.
People.
I can't think.
Let me take a look at when he died.
It's not Burt
thinking
Reynolds.
Of like Oliver North and like oh, that black guy. What's his name? He should have ran for president. Actually,
He died.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Colin
he died in 2012. He was born in 23, so he would have been 91. An American actor who appeared in over 200 movies, television shows, and plays. I knew that question.
What?
Because the one before it was the guy that was the Western actor, but he wasn't that great an actor. But he got a lot of prestige for being a soldier.
Dustin Hoffman. I'm trying to think of the film.
Did he play baseball? Was it the Rifleman?
No, it wasn't Chuck Connors. No.
Chuck Connor? No.
He was in a good movie. He was being in the horror genre, The Tourist Trap. He was in that movie too.
Man, this is going to drive me nuts.
This guy wasn't in horror.
And he played with Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah. No, he wasn't the co-lead.
In the 80s.
He was a secondary character, but he had a pretty prominent role.
The only movies I can think of Dustin Hoffman in the 80s was like Tootsie and
Yep.
Oh,
Who was in
Tootsie.
Okay, Tootsie. But I'm trying. Who was in that? Oh,
he wasn't. He wasn't the lead.
I know.
He wasn't second, but I would put him as fourth.
He's not. He's died. Oh, he died in 2012.
He died in 2012. And, he was like 90 or 91.
Was it Sean Connery?
Oh man,
not American. He's Scottish.
Oh, American. What am I thinking? Sorry. American.
I don't know, dude.
This is hard.
I don't know.
Give me another clue.
He was a bit of a rotund gentleman, but he was a hell of a
That doesn't narrow it down.
Well, it wasn't. If I'm thinking, I'm thinking of the other one. I'm thinking of Tony Curtis. It's not Tony Curtis.
No, it's not Jack Lemmon.
It's not Orson Welles, Oscar Wilde.
If I didn't know this, my guess would have been Christopher Lee. But
I don't know.
Let me see.
Now you're just looking up Tootsie.
No.
No, I got right here.
No, I'm not.
No, he's talking. He's talking about me.
Oh,
I probably still won't know the answer, but
probably not. You should though.
Is it?
Did he win the Medal of Honor?
That I couldn't tell you what he won. You can probably look it up after.
Okay.
He didn't have a major billing though, right?
He did have a major, like when he would have died, he would have been on Entertainment Tonight or something, noting that he died.
Michael Dorsey. Okay, that was a shot in the dark. That's the only.
Oh.
The answer is Mr. Charles Durning.
Who?
Charles Durning.
I still don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Charles Durning was the one that made a pass at Dustin Hoffman when he was a girl, and he invited him to the cabin at the end, and he wanted to get romantic with her, and Dustin Hoffman had
what's his illustrious military career? I've never heard. I mean,
he was a soldier that apparently was very well decorated in World War II.
Okay. That tells me a little bit.
I don't know.
How do you spell it? Let me see. Charles Durning. Oh, there he is. Wait, here we go.
Yeah.
I
don't know what branch he was in.
I'm trying to find out because this is going to drive me crazy now. I have not heard. Let's see. Military service. He served in the U.S. Army during World War II. He was drafted at age 20. He was at Normandy Beach. He participated with the rank of private first class, 1946. For his valor and the wounds he received during the war, Durning was awarded the Silver Star and 3 Purple Hearts. He also received the Bronze Star because he had earned the Combat Infantry Badge. Additional awards included the Army Good Conduct Medal, the American Campaign Medal, and the European African Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with arrowhead device and 2 Bronze Service Stars, and the World War II Victory Medal. His badges included the Combat Infantryman Badge, Expert Badge with Rifle Bar, and Honorable Service Lapel Pin.
I still don't know.
Yeah, I had quite a lot of. Charles, if you've seen Tootsie, watch the last half hour. That's his biggest role, probably, I think.
Oh, that's actually pretty impressive. He had a 3-year service, and he only rose to the rank of Private First Class. That's actually pretty impressive for that. Huh.
Go click on him. Click on him and see what other movie he's been in.
He's been in quite a few.
Glenn, yeah, no, he was a very established actor. He was like Brian Dennehy, like that kind of. Always had a job, but never
Dennehy, yeah.
First there we go. So Purple Heart with 2 oak leaf clusters. Yeah. That's highly decorated for a. I mean, I'm not saying it's interesting for a lower ranking enlisted personnel for that. You don't usually. I mean, he had a 3-year stint. That's a lot to earn in a 3-year stint.
Yeah, but he must have been among the first wave in Normandy.
Well, yeah, I mean, he accomplished a lot clearly for earning that, but
he broke the line and survived, and probably took whatever town that I forget the name of the town.
Well, clearly he survived because he lived until his 2012. Yeah. So.
Yeah. But that's why he would have got the Purple Heart, because if you go in the first wave and you make it through.
Well, Purple Heart you sustain like serious
Purple
wounds.
Heart is if you're injured in combat, is when you get a Purple Heart.
Oh, is that?
And isn't it
stab, shot, whatever?
And isn't it the more the wounds? Is that what makes the clusters too? Because it's the oak clusters with that too. I feel like there's a way they make it more. Yeah.
But if you were to have died in battle, could your widow be given the?
You get it posthumously. They can award it posthumously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I remember the scene, but I didn't remember that's who that was. I mean, I remember the movie.
If you just go into YouTube and type in Tootsie Charles Durning, and there's a scene where I think he grabs her in the ass or something and doesn't hop and go, yay!
Because the only other person I thought of outside of Ronald Reagan, and technically, I mean, he wasn't highly decorated. He had a short military career, would be John F. Kennedy, but
George Bush served in the Air Force.
That's true. Yeah, he did. Well, that is very true.
I know that
Clint Eastwood was in the military.
Yeah,
wasn't president, but he served in the military.
Well, I know that Christopher Lee was used as a spy because he knew German, and he was, I think he used his entertainment valor to get in behind the lines and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
But I couldn't, like Chuck Connors. You're right. Like, was James Garner? Was he in the military?
Yeah, James I think he was.
Yeah, I think he was in the Army.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty sure.
And I'm willing to bet somebody like Carol O'Connor, probably in the military, or
probably Chuck Norris.
Did he serve in the military?
Chuck Norris just lived like 15 miles up the road in El Dorado Hills.
Really?
Yeah.
He joined the Air Force at 19. He served right out of high school. Well,
I wanted to tell Danielle
Schwarzenegger
in the I think over in Europe.
He would have been Austria. No, because he moved over here. He was a teenager when he moved over here. I don't think he served in Austria military at all.
Yeah.
No.
He was a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I mean, at 16 years old,
you want to see a good movie? You want to see a good movie? Watch Going Bananas.
Well, hey, he
was the governor too, honey.
Governor of California. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so was Jesse Ventura. Would he have been in the military, Jesse Ventura?
No, he was a Navy SEAL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought he was pretty high level. Yeah.
Yeah. He was
I did some training with a gentleman who was a Navy SEAL for quite a while, actually. It was pretty interesting to do some of that stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, are we going to wrap this up, or are we going to keep going?
No, we could do that. Obviously, we're at a point. I'm glad you guys could join us. We would love to have you guys come and hang out. We do a bunch of different stuff.
Hopefully, we didn't keep Glenn from important director stuff.
No,
duties.
I'm fine. I need a break, you know?
That's good. We can be that dumb entertainment that'll get you, like watching mind-numbing television. So we kind of hope to have that effect. If that makes sense.
No, I had a fun time. It was fun. I mean,
I was going to say, Glenn, try hooking up with some of the other directors in the chat because you guys could just go forever.
There's a lot of great people, and again, you guys, welcome to come back. We will definitely love to have you partake. We do a bunch of stuff, as you see. We got a lot of things that we do. So if there's something that tickles your fancy, if you have an idea you want to talk about, by all means.
Actually, Glenn and I are actually working on a project.
Yes, yeah, I've seen that there.
That's cool.
And actually, technically,
well, since you know the director, make your death scene epic.
That's an idea.
I tell you, I had
through the jugular, or something.
Oh, the movie I'm doing right now. I told a friend of mine they didn't like too much gore and whatnot. I'm like, well, don't go to the premiere because my end scene is going to make you throw up. I mean, it is an epic death.
I like it.
It's a dead alive. It's a dead alive situation.
It is crazy what I do to this guy.
Well, you know what? It's funny though.
I was going to say, has he ever worked with Jonna Hodges?
Who? Me?
Jonna Hodges.
Hodge. She's in the group chat. She's in that chat. She's another actor, and her husband's a director. They do a lot of their own gore and stuff.
Yeah, husband and wife. The movie's called Redhead. It's on Tubi.
Yeah.
And the woman at one point, I think she's in like a corset, and she's filled with blood from all the way down.
She's gushing all over. Right. Yeah.
All right.
See, the more blood and guts and gore, the better.
She likes to wear her work. Yeah, she's very much immersed.
I love that movie Hatchet, especially Kane Hodder did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Joanna, they told her don't put this over your face, no orifices. She's like,
but she did anyway. She's so committed to the role. She's like, I don't care. I went to the hospital after, but I did it. So
yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
But you know what we got to do? I want to say this because we got to pencil this in because we met Glenn. He came on here. We would love to have you come on. We do the interview show. We could ask you more detailed questions about that if you're interested.
Sure. Yeah.
We would love to feature. I know we've had Danielle's been on, so we've had a chance to chat with her. We've had some others.
I can have lots of questions about cuisine of the 1800s.
Not cuisine, but like we'll pick your brain about. We want people to feature like what you do as far as the acting. Try to show people what goes on behind the scenes. Get a better appreciation for the work that you guys do. That sort of thing.
How is it all producers are millionaires? That kind of thing.
Actually, I think I have it here just to give you an example. I think I have it here. I do. We actually, because so many people from the horror genre came in, we actually created with this a whole series about it because there were so many people interested.
Oh, nice.
So we could feature you, come on. We have a whole bunch of people. Danielle's been here, but we like to talk about your expertise, learn about projects. You can share some things, whatever you'd like to share you're working on that you can say.
One or two setup questions, and then the conversation goes.
And then, you can put your own spin on it and share some things, maybe educate us, let us learn some things.
To talk about breaking into the business or personal experiences or the military or
it could be everything. Everything. Yeah,
absolutely. Sure.
All right.
Well, then I was going to say the time that you were in Area 51 and we're looking at the aliens.
You know what? I've been there for one as a military personnel.
Yeah, as to say, access. Yep.
100%. And when you're obviously I'm not going to say anything, but as a military personnel and some of the stuff that I did, I was privy to certain information. But of course, I'll never say anything.
Well, you can't. I know
it's interesting some things that they tell you because there's different levels of clearance.
Right.
And the higher levels that you get, the more shit you know or are told. And it's all I say to people is like, it'll just blow your mind. That's all I'll say.
That's good.
I never go into specifics because,
Well. They call it "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" for a reason. So I mean,
if you had alien barbecue, I'd be jealous.
Yeah, all we get is the probing. We don't get the good stuff. So
we just get the in various orifices.
But
Anyways,
yeah, no,
Glenn,
we'll be in contact if you want to do that. We can reach out to you there. We can maybe schedule something.
Awesome, and then give yourself the stage to promote whatever the hell it is.
We'll share it to the audience again.
Or shooting a movie, acting
whatever,
in a play, whatever it is.
Yep,
that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love that.
Okay. All right, we'll make that happen. We'll set something up.
Give Justin or me a message about some availability dates, and we'll work around it.
Yeah, I'm pretty open. I really am.
Okay.
Especially at night. Especially.
At night. Yeah, it's usually when we go on. Usually nights. So that would. I actually didn't even ask. What are you in time zone wise? What is your
Pacific?
Pacific. Okay, so you're up more west. Okay, so that's not much of it. We're at Eastern time.
Yeah, West Coast. Yeah, so it's like 9:51.
So it's 3 hours.
Yeah, 3 hour difference. Yeah, that's fine. We could do. Yeah, we'll definitely touch base with you. We'll work something out, and then
sure.
Do you have any promotions? Like if we get maybe a couple of photos for you or something that maybe professional, something you have we can just use as a promo poster kind of thing.
Sure, I got a couple. Yeah.
Okay, then we like to generate the audience. We share it on social media, all that stuff. We get it out there and try to generate a buzz.
If you have any B-level sleazy films, they would be great for the poster.
Oh yeah, I got all kinds. I'm telling you.
I mean, you open up that floodgate. Yeah, I mean, hey.
He's game.
All right, we'll set a date. You guys watching here. So we'll feature Glenn Spillman going to be coming on. We'll let you know when, time and date to be TBD. We'll work something there off airway, but
within the month.
Yeah, sure. We'll work something there. But we're glad you guys could join us. Thank you so much for being here. This was a great opportunity to hang out. Hope everybody that watched, whether you were live, we had several people watching earlier. I know it's kind of late now, so everybody's probably off. But if you watch this as a rebroadcast, thank you as well. We were so glad to do it, and we're glad that we could all celebrate in style. Again, we wish America a very happy birthday. 250 years is a massive accomplishment. Here's to cheers. I drank all of it, but I have another one. I'll have to crack it open later. But cheers to another 250. Yeah. Again, we probably won't be there, but we wish our future generations well success. Please keep the traditions going of this country. A lot of great people helped to found this country. So let's try to keep those, honor those that have given, and try to remember those going forward. And let's just make it, I don't mean it to sound that way, but truly let's make America great again for a different reason. But just let's be,
you know,
us the people, for we the people.
I'll take that.
Unified, together, not blue, not red, not left, not right, but we American people.
We all bleed red, man. And the inside, we're all the same.
Yep. And again, we need to learn. We can respect each other. We need to be better at conveying our thoughts and feelings. We don't have to personally attack people. We got to pull it together and not keep dividing, because division is never a good thing, and that's not what we need. We need to.
As a Canadian, it's a good thing when the states have their shit together, because things go a lot more smoothly.
That's true. And just remember, when Canada gets in a pinch, who do they go to? So we want to keep that line of communication open. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
There's a reason it's the world's largest undefended border.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So there you go. But we appreciate everybody being here. And if you're celebrating, we started this early. It is technically now past midnight on the East Coast. So happy 4th of July officially. Have fun celebrating. If you're picnicking, traveling, whatever. We wish you and your loved ones, your friends, have a great time. Shoot off fireworks. Again, it's one big party. We can celebrate all together or not. But we wish you guys all the best. And we wish a lot of lifelong happiness and great everything for you guys. Positivity, good energy, all that good stuff. Just because we care for each of us. We're all just regular people at the end of the day, and we all care about each other. And we care about all of you. We love everybody. And for those of you that supported us there, we appreciate that. Go check out these fine folks. Check out that series we mentioned, 1001 Cryptic Tales, a very spectacular horror series featuring fine folks, directors, actors, special effects guys.
A new episode of Music, Movies, Sports, and Stuff dropped today.
And there's that. And we have more coming out. And we have a lot more stuff coming out, more surprises, but we're not going to give away here. We could give you a teaser, which we might. We did actually do that earlier, so I'm not going to say any more. But you just have to stay tuned to find out more. So, for all of us here and for our guests, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate that. We wish you all a very lovely evening. And for the last time, because we're not going to be using this again, this has been the Three Amigos podcast, special edition, 250th birthday episode. We're glad you could join us here. Hope you all had a wonderful time celebrating. We'll see you guys again very, very soon. Cheryl, good night, everybody. See you all next time. We love you all. Appreciate the support. Good night and goodbye. Happy weekend. See you soon.